You put a number on it, like this your last year. I mean, you look good. I know you've had a great fall camp. And I don't want to term it like this, say, hey, a step ahead or take another step because you've had such a good career already. But do you envision yourself in terms of impact on splash plays to increase that part of your game?
I mean, yeah, of course. I feel like everybody needs to set goals, but my goal is to do the best I can. So I'm not really chasing a number. I'm not chasing stats or whatnot. I'm chasing. I'm doing what I can do. I want to go out there and I want to play my best game. My best game has to be my next game. So every game is a good game. Every game is going to be my best game, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Not getting a sack number or getting a tackle number, but getting as many as I can and as many as I'm capable of. And I think, that's the goal for me this year.
What's the coach's message to you? I know you have a new defensive line coach, and you've had a few over the years here, different guys teaching you at that position, and I'm sure you take, a nugget from each of them and implement it into your game. So is there a specific thing this year or two things that this offseason they said, hey, work on this and you can grow your game?
Yeah, one thing Minnesota does is they find the right people when we need to find the right people. And I think this offseason we did a really good job finding the right people for the program. I mean, you got a guy like Coach Dot who's helping me work the little things, staying on me, being more consistent, not letting what I've done intertwine with what I need to get done. So just he's done a really good job just keeping me humble, keep developing me in the little things, becoming a more consistent player, which is what I need to get better at. I show that I can make plays, but how consistent can I make those plays? That's what me and Coach Dot are working on. Consistency. How consistent can I get this next year? How many times in a row can I do it? And
Looking forward to watching you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
There he is, Devin Eastern, Shakopee, Minnesota.
Thank you, Grimmer, and thank you, Devin. And thank you, Brevant Seeds, for jumping on board with our Minnesota-grown athlete this year. We appreciate them stepping up. Don't just win the game, change the game with Brevant Seeds. PJ Fleck is next. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
This is Mike Grimm. Are you in need of high-quality concrete for your project? Then look no further than AVR, your trusted concrete supplier. Whether it's a new driveway, a patio, or a parking lot, AVR has you covered. With the iconic red and white trucks delivering top product across the entire metro area. Visit avrconcrete.com. AVR, quality and service delivered. AVR, a McNamara company, and a proud sponsor of Golden Gopher football.
We are gathered here to... what's with the blanket?
Oh, it's my Securian blanket. It's an unsubtle metaphor for the security I feel knowing I have smart insurance and retirement solutions from Securian Financial.
I see. And sir, do you also trust Securian Financial with your insurance and retirement solutions?
I do.
Prepare for your future. Talk to your employer, affinity group, or a financial professional to get started. Learn more at Securian.com.
Insurance issued by subsidiary companies. Securian Financial Services. Member FINRA.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our Preferred Hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Domino's Mix and Match menu has items for every occasion. Order 2 or more items for $6.99 each. Ask for this offer 2-item minimum. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Bone and wings, bread bowl pasta, and pan pizza will cost extra. Local stores set delivery fees and may charge extra for some menu items, crust types, toppings, and sauces.
Jan from Toyota here with live coverage of end of summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long.
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota.
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Hey, Twin Cities, is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Hey, honey, the battery light on my dash lit up. I think I'll take it to a shop today.
Really? I can take care of that.
Are you sure?
Of course. Okay, get my battery. Let's just drop it in and...
Are you okay out there?
I think so.
Should my car be smoking like that?
Some things are better left to the professional. When you need your vehicle fixed, trust your local repair facility. And when you need a battery, trust FVP. Visit FVPparts.com for an installer near you.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. We're ready to lift the lid on the 2025 Golden Gopher football season, and time to hear from the man of the hour, head coach PJ Fleck. His pregame interview sponsored by the Midwest Steel. Looking to save this fall, Steel has instant savings on select power tools and even free battery offers on popular sets. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online. These savings won't last long. Well, hopefully you get a win here tonight and you can enjoy some savings or whatever it is. How excited are you for this one?
I'm really excited. I really like this football team. They've worked incredibly hard. You know, Jim Tressel, when I worked for him, said it best. Great thing about college football is you have no idea what's going to happen, right? And you think you have a plan, have a really good plan, and then the game starts, and you got to be able to adjust to that. Playing one of the best teams in the Mid-American Conference, and you know, coming from that league, playing in that league, I know how bad they're going to want to win this football game today. We got to play really clean football. Got to play really well on each side of the ball, good complementary football, and execute our game plan.
When you were in the MAC, you beat a couple of Big Ten teams. So what will their mindset be, and what will you tell your team about that?
Well, I focus more on us. You know, it's all about how we execute. You know, it's not necessarily about our opponents, whether it's today, whether it's the 12th game of the year. It's about how we play, and do we keep getting better from the start of the game to the end of the game? Do we execute in situational football? You know, do we overcome the adversity that's going to hit us throughout the game? Do we respond in the proper way? Those are the things that you want to see from your football team. So they've had a tremendous training camp. They've worked really, really hard, but that promises you nothing, just gives you a better chance. And then for 60 minutes tonight, we'll let it rip.
Seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like when I think back to previous season openers here in recent past, it's always either been a new head coach, a new coordinator on one or both sides of the ball. Buffalo returns a lot, so how much, if any, does that help you guys here getting ready for this one tonight?
Well, it helps us game plan because they do have pretty much everybody back, but also in the same token, they are very good. There's a team that won 9 games last year, and they have everybody back, added some other pieces, probably a little bit better, got some guys off of injury that are healthy, and this is a team that a lot of people have picked win the Mid-American Conference. So they're a very dangerous football team, very talented. We've studied what we know of them and everything they showed us last year, but completely different season, right? So we got to go out and play our best football.
We do know this. It's the 3rd straight year that you will be starting a new quarterback, a new starting quarterback. Take me through, obviously you like Drake Lindsay, that's no secret. So I know you liked his camp, so take me through your thoughts on him making his on-field debut as a starter tonight.
Yeah, he's a special young man. You know, I saw that in high school in a state championship game. You saw that, how he handled himself at Fayetteville High School and what he was able to do to lead that team to a state championship. And then you watched him all last year prepare like a starter, learn how to transform his body, attach to Max Brosmer's hip. Max taught him everything he knows. I want Drake to be the best version of Drake Lindsay can be. That's all we want to do, and then change it for the best. And Drake's done that. He's stayed incredibly focused. I think he's had a great training camp. To do what he's been able to do as a redshirt freshman, I haven't seen many people have the ability to do. Now he's got to go out there and prove it. This is the start of his career, and I know he played in 2 games last year here and there, but this is really a start of his career, and he's a redshirt freshman. Don't ever forget that. There's going to be a lot of learning curve as we go forward, but he's worth the investment 100%. He's a special young man, unbelievable leader. The team respects him, rallies around him, and he's going to be a really special talent as the years go on, and we need to just start fast with him.
One of the things last year I thought with Max Brosmer, who of course tip of the cap to him now with the Minnesota Vikings, is on the 53-man roster, which is pretty cool, was his decision making. Obviously he has a wealth of experience. I thought it was good almost always. Every pass he threw was the right place, and if it wasn't, it was usually the safer of the two. Like he had options, and we're going to not make a mistake here. So now, how much of that do you hope rubs off on him? You said you want Drake to be himself though as well. So what's the how do they differ a little bit, and how do you handle a first-time starter in regard to making decisions?
Yeah, Max played 5 years. That was 5 years of work that you saw put into last year, right? Where you understood that, okay, I can't touch the stove anymore. We haven't even touched the stove yet when you look at it. So it's going to be a learning experience, and there's going to be so many things he learns from, but he watched Max be a really efficient passer. He studies like Max does. He's his own person, though. Comparisons will always steal your joy, but when you have somebody like Max Brosmer educating you, teaching you from how to get ready for practice to how to film study, to do it as a quarterback at a really high level, not that you can skip any steps, because I don't believe you can skip steps, but you do learn the importance of hitting your checkdowns, taking what the defense will give you, being patient, and I think Max did a really good job of that, and I think that's what Drake learned from him.
A couple of quick ones here for you. Offensive line, you juggled a few guys. There's some Newt starters, some guys that have some Power 4 experience, though, in playing. How do you like how that group's come together?
I really like them. People talk about we lost some guys last year. Everybody loses people every single year, right? That's one of the big talks of the offseason, of just talk radio and talk TV. Who you lost, how you going to replace them? I really think we have 7-8 guys that can really move, rotate, play a lot of football for us as we continue to go through the next however many weeks until we really settle in on just 5, or we can sit there and still rotate 8. We have the ability to do both. I'm not wanting to do one or the other. It just shows what they're going to be capable of doing. Feel like, when you roll the first 5 out, those are going to be your best 5. But other guys can do other things as well, very well. So you want to be able to give them the respect that they need as well, and give them the time to play as well as too.
You'll love this question, then, talking about guys that you've lost. Think about that defense, the 2 outside guys in Ethan Robinson and Justin Wally, and, both I thought was a key to that really good defense, was when you got guys that can cover and tackle on the outside, it helps. And then you got your man in the middle, Cody Lindenberg. So those 3 guys were key cogs. Take me through who's going to fill those shoes.
Yeah, we got a bunch of guys. It's going to be a little bit more by committee. We've got John Nestor, who was a transfer from Iowa, who's played a lot of football and did a great job walking in here and really just fitting into our culture and our system and our defense of what we expect from the corner position. Saquon Bryant's played a lot of football for us. He's a tremendous athlete out of Georgia and played a lot of football here alongside Wally and alongside Ethan Robinson. So he's played a lot of football too. Then we've got a lot of other guys that'll be rotating in and have really impressed us. A kid by Naeem Parrish, who's a true freshman, has really come in here, and he led the state in New Jersey in interceptions coming out of high school. All he's done is impress in training camp. So we're going to have a lot of different people rotating at those positions. JB is going to be in there as well. So we do have a lot of depth, and guys are going to go out there and execute.
And the receiving core, that was a group with Daniel Jackson and Elijah Spencer. You lose a lot of catches and yards there, but you filled those holes, it looks like.
Yeah, I really like our core. I think led by Lemeke Brockington, who's played a ton of football here for us, and efficient blocker, really good athlete, fast, explosive, can do a lot of different things. Javon Tracy came in from Miami of Ohio. Logan Loya came in from UCLA. Jalen Smith was redshirted last year, and nobody's really talking about him because you shouldn't be. It's kind of like Drake. They both really haven't played a ton yet, but he's had a phenomenal offseason, and we've got a lot of guys. Kendrick Lanier has really stepped up and played a lot of football for us in the offseason and took a big role on, and it's exciting to watch that unit really gel together with Drake. And there's going to be a lot of guys who play a lot of years with Drake, too, so it's a lot of fun to watch them start building those relationships.
You get butterflies for the opener? How does a coach like tonight? How is that for you?
Yeah, I just love game day. Yeah. I love today. I love tonight. That's when you're really in your element. It's all the things leading up to it. Coaches are always looking for an edge or 1%. Did we remember to do this? Did we remember to do that? Did we cover this enough? Then you got to go out and play and see where you're at. You know, this is a really good football team we're playing today, and they're really well coached. There's a team coming off 9 wins, and we got to play our best football. And I know our guys are, just like everybody says, the old cliche, you're tired of hitting each other, but our guys really are. It's a good measuring stick to see where you are. And that's not disrespect to Buffalo. Just find out where we are as a football team. How well can we go out there and execute?
Yeah, one of our most fun nights of the year for sure. Opening night. Have a good one and get a win.
Can't wait. Roll the boat, Sky Mile. Go Gophers. Thanks, Grimmy.
All right, there he is, the head coach of the Golden Gophers, PJ Fleck. Kickoff is on the way. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
Labor Day's no time to be running all over town. One trip to Cub and you're set for the long weekend. Brats? Got 'em. Sweet corn? You betcha. Chips, dips, buns, and pop? Oh yeah. And the deals? You'll find them all over the store. Like Cub 80% lean ground beef. On sale for just $3.99 a pound with My Cub Rewards. So grab what you need, kick back, and call it Labor Less Day. Cub, your one-stop shop. See store for details.
Behind every championship culture is a commitment to excellence on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community. The Elite Fund powers that commitment by giving Coach PJ Fleck the resources to invest where it matters most, our student athletes. From nutrition to leadership development to game day preparation, your support makes a real impact. To support the Elite Fund, connect with the Golden Gopher Fund team at ggf@umn.edu.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Midland Hills Country Club is well known as one of the finest golf clubs in the Twin Cities. The club has completely renovated its classic Seth Rayner designed course back to its original design. Enjoy a meticulously maintained course in a newly renovated ballroom and patio accommodating up to 300 guests in smaller breakout rooms, along with an executive boardroom overlooking the beautiful course. The club offers a great golf experience in a comfortable social atmosphere and is conveniently located just 10 minutes from either downtown. Visit MidlandHillsCC.org.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
We are gathered here to... what's with the blanket?
Oh, it's my Securian blanket. It's an unsubtle metaphor for the security I feel knowing I have smart insurance and retirement solutions from Securian Financial.
I see. And sir, do you also trust Securian Financial with your insurance and retirement solutions?
I do.
Prepare for your future. Talk to your employer, affinity group, or a financial professional to get started. Learn more at Securian.com.
Insurance issued by subsidiary companies. Securian Financial Services. Member FINRA.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Minnesota Zoo now span 30 years and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
This has been the Gopher pregame show presented by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. Gopher football is also brought to you by M Health Fairview, official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics and home to the #1 ranked hospital in the Twin Cities. Securian Financial, insurance and retirement solutions for individuals, families, and businesses. And by Minnesota Lottery. Are you game? Just say, I'm in. Get ready. Minnesota Golden Gopher football is next on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield.
It's opening night in a Golden Gopher Gold Out in Minneapolis. And for the third straight season, the University of Minnesota football team will start a year with a new starting quarterback. Redshirt freshman Drake Lindsey's been on campus now for about 20 months. And he's excited to get going.
I'm super ready. I feel like I've got to watch for a year and a half now of what I need to do to be successful. I got to watch Max for a year and got to learn and see what I want to do to make this team a college football playoff team. And I'm fully confident in my game. You know, me and Coach Harbaugh and all the coaches have spent hours and hours of time together to see what we can do to make this team as successful as possible.
Lindsey says he's been getting ready for this role since he arrived on campus, spending much of that time as the backup to current Gopher Vikings QB Max Brosmer.
I feel like I've been preparing myself, even when he was here, just preparing. You never know when your time's going to come. Like last year, I was making sure I was prepared. So if the opportunity came up, I was ready to take this team and win some games last year. So I feel like I've been preparing for the starter since I was with Max, and it's just carried over to now since I'm stepping into that role.
What does he want Golden Gopher fans to know about his skill set?
I think my best strengths as a quarterback is obviously bringing everybody together, getting the offense tight, and then as a true quarterback, I think anticipation, accuracy, timing, rhythm. I think I've developed a really good under center action, doing the run action with the running backs, and yeah, I think in terms of just playing on time, I feel like I've developed that strength.
The Gopher coaches say he shapes the ball well.
Shaping the football for me is playing on time and playing with anticipation. Someone's running an out-breaking route or any type of route and you throw it early, you know, you got to shape it, which means put some touch on it, put it where your guy can only go get it, throw it away from defenders, make your guy right. Even if your wide receiver is not always, because your wide receiver is not always going to be right. People are going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. When I'm on time and maybe that guy slips out of his break and I put a little touch on it, he can still recover and go make a play on it. Same thing as if I throw it a little late, sometimes I don't anticipate the throw. They're going to be there to pick me up and make a play for me.
And how about Drake Lindsey as a person?
I'm a big-time family guy, big-time Christian, grew up in that world. Very relaxed, chill guy. Like I don't like doing too much. I like getting outside and playing golf in the summer, but besides that, really just getting with my teammates, making sure I'm around them, going out to lunch with them, talking to my coaches, but just very, very chill. You know, I like to play the video game here and there, not too much, but I just kind of like my me time. You know, like being by myself, but also getting around people. You know, I think there's a good balance to that.
Well, it's his Golden Gopher team now, and now we all get to see if he's ready to shine. It's Minnesota and Buffalo, and it's the start of a new era. The Drake Lindsey experience is about to blast off. Kickoff is on the way. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
At CHS, we know what it takes to feed and fuel the world, to integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, to advocate for farmers in their fields and around the world, to build communities, invest in rural America, and empower rural economies. It takes courage, conviction, commitment. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Now's the perfect time to partner with Gopher student athletes as influencer marketers. Imagine your company featured in social media content, live appearances, and even out-of-home advertising. From hosting B2B clients with clinics to creating marketing materials that connect to end consumers. These athletes know how to engage their loyal, passionate fan base and yours. Visit gophersports.com/NIL. That's gophersports.com/NIL to start your winning partnership and grow your brand with the power of Gopher Pride.
Let's go, locked in mentally.
and that's perfection. It's time for Minnesota Golden Gopher football on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield.
Working toward the end zone, it is intercepted in the end zone. Play action, blitz comes, picked up, throwing to the corner of the end zone. Does he have it? Yeah! Touchdown! On the straight drop, the blitz does come, and he is sacked. It's a quick hitting pass, intercepted at the 30. It's a homecoming pick six. It's a field rush at Huntington Bank Stadium.
Gopher football is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, proud sponsors of Gopher Athletics. Toyota, let's go places. True Stone Financial, your neighborhood credit union. It's true. And by Coop Health, the MVP of health plans, and a proud sponsor of Gopher football. Here we go! Kickoff is just moments away. Now live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
We are just about ready to lift the lid on the 2025 Golden Gopher football season. Time for the coin toss, brought to you by Huntington Bank. The Gophers are back. New year, same traditions. Get to the bank. Huntington Bank Stadium. Derek LeCaptain's the Gopher captain. Each other. And Rod Snodgrass is the referee. Here's the coin toss.
Buffalo as visitors, you'll call the toss. I want you to make the call and you repeat his call. This will be the head, and that's the tail. I'll let it hit the ground. What's your call? Tails. He's called tails. You can let it hit the ground. And it is a head. Minnesota's won the toss. Minnesota's won the toss. Deferred to the second half. Buffalo, you'll want the ball. Which way you want to kick it? Okay, turn your backs to the goal. To start the game, Buffalo will receive at the west goal. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well, we're ready to go. The Gophers in all gold on this gold out. Gold hats, gold jerseys, gold pants, and all white for Buffalo. White hats, white pants, white shirts. The blue trim, of course, maroon trim for the Golden Gophers. Time for an affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn. Minnesota's family corn farmers are proud to invest in research and programs that create opportunities for the state's agriculture economies. Learn more at mncorn.com. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. Well, the student section has shown up in force, and remember, school's not in session. A lot of these are the first-year kids who were on campus this week, getting orientated to the new life as a college student here at the U of M. And, man, they have already fed some energy into this building, Darrell Thompson, and you didn't need a whole lot more energy because we're all excited about Gopher football being back, but that student section could play a role tonight.
They can play a role. It's also, it's the first, it's the beginning of the season. You got the new cheerleaders, you got the dance line, you got the fans, and everyone.
Parachuters coming in.
People coming parachuting in. It's a beautiful thing.
And they had a little flyover with two big jets. The jets dropped the parachuters 800 feet up and then did a circle, and after the parachuters landed, they did a flyby. Pretty cool. Those guys also did that last night for the student orientation, which was here at the stadium as well. So you can hear the crowd in the background, and we're just about ready to go with opening kickoff. New special teamers. We heard JG and Ryan Burns talking about that in the pregame. Brady Denneberg, transfer from Syracuse, will be the kickoff man. He'll also be the field goal specialist in this one tonight. Last year at Syracuse, 16 for 16 extra points, 3 of 6 field goals. Came here for a chance to play a little more, and he will get the opening night start on the opening kick, which was presented by AVR, a McNamara company. AVR delivering concrete to the Twin Cities and beyond. Formed, poured, and ready for kickoff. Justin Gard is on the Gopher sideline. We'll get an update from him right now. JG, how is it down there?
Well, you guys mentioned the energy. I just walked in, and there's still a lot of people trying to get in here, by the way. I just happened to be in front of Williams Arena doing a little TV work, and it was interrupted like every 30 seconds by the crowd in here. So you mentioned it. The students were very fired up to be here. I've never heard that much cheering in warm-ups before, but we'll definitely take it on a Thursday night.
All right, that report is sponsored by by Stephen Carey. Here's the approach, and we are underway. A low end-over-end kick sails out of the back of the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Greer and Shelton had no chance back there, and it's time now for the opening drive. It's brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, reminding you to always wear your seatbelt. Every passenger, every ride, drive smart. The opening drive sponsored by the Minnesota Department of Transportation. Starting lineups brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. Up front, it's Anthony Smith along with Jackson Howard at the ends. Devin Eastern, Jalen Logan Redding are the tackles. We'll get the rest of that group as well. And on the first play, it's a handoff to their stud running back, Aljae Henderson, and Devin Eastern stood him up. One-handed tackle, a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. The linebackers they're going to hustle up here. The linebackers are Maverick Baranowski and Devin Williams to start this game. Quarterbacks, John Nestor, the Iowa transfer, and Zaquan Bryant. And then we've got that trio, Gooseby, Brown, and Parrish as the safeties. And a snap was, as the guy was snapping it, he got hit. And I think Devin Eastern got a little eager and jumped into the neutral zone. So it was a fumbled snap, but the play was blown dead. And this is likely a Gopher penalty here.
Offside. Defense, 91. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Well, it's one way at least, if illegal or not, to announce your presence to start the season.
It sure is, and that's too bad. Our team is so little penalized. That's one of PJ Fleck's things he hangs his hat on. But they're a little bit of an early penalty.
So he got the first tackle, and then a penalty moves it to 2nd and 3 now out at the 32. And it's Henderson again, hit and spins out of one tackle. The rest of the Gophers catch up. That's a tackle for a loss. Back to the 30, a loss of 2. Baranowski got there first. He spun him. Now Maverick is a little slow getting up. He's taking a deep breath. He's going to stay in. It was Howard and Smith in there. Jalen Logan Redding also combining on that stop. Good penetration up front.
And how about Jackson Howard? That's how you set the edge. Penetrate into backfield, wrap them up, force them back inside your friends.
Gathing, Snow, and McMillan are the receivers. The quarterback, Taquan Robertson. He's a transfer from Penn State, went to UConn, went to K-State, now at Buffalo. On 3rd down, here are the Bulls. Coming off of a 9-4 year last year, they look to the sideline to get the final indications from the signal man, and waiting for the snap. Robertson wants to throw, plenty of time. Now he's hit and dropped. A sack. Guess who? Anthony Smith, the top returning sack man and the preseason hype man in terms of pass rush, and he gets the sack. That was a good coverage play too, DT, because there wasn't pressure early, but it finished hard.
I might call that. It was a great sack. Also, just great push by Smith at the line of scrimmage, driving the offensive lineman into the backfield. But there was time to throw that ball, and Robinson had nowhere to go with it. Great start for the defense.
6 sacks last year for Smith, and he's got 1 on the opening drive. Coy Parrish, everyone going to hold their breath here. He stands at his own 33. He brings that kind of excitement. The punter is Drennan, first-year starter. Wobbly kick. No fair. Yep, now a late fair catch at the 35 as it was hanging up high enough, and that's where the Golden Gophers will take over. 42-yard punt and no return. Let's go to Justin Guard, sponsored by Stephen Carey.
Well, DT mentioned the work that Jackson Howard did setting the edge, and I have to imagine that's exactly what defensive coordinator Danny Collins was talking about a week or so ago when he did his final press conference. Everybody's been waiting for Jackson to get on the field more, right? He was the #1 player in the state coming out of Robbinsdale Cooper, spent some time at LSU, and now he's here. And Danny Collins said this fall is when he really started doing the things in the run game that he needed to do to see the field more, and we saw it on the second play.
Brockington and Jalen Smith will be the starting receivers in a 12 personnel, double tights with Jamison Gears and Frank Bierman. The quarterback, redshirt freshman, taking his first snap as a starter. Under center, Drake Lindsay in a straight I formation, handoff to Darius Taylor, left side. Stutter steps his way out to a gain of about 3 to about the 38-yard line. And there were a couple of Buffalo Bulls there, led by Malin White. Tonight he's wearing number 41, normally wears number 12. Solomon Jackson was a player who died in the summer of 2016 for Buffalo. He had just completed a summer workout and had complications. And so ever since, every game, some player has worn number 41 in a game, and that's his option tonight. Coy Parrish in for the first time. He's lined up as a receiver, single coverage wide to the right. Under center again, this is Lindsay. Spins, he wants to throw. Waits, has time, wings it out for Parrish. He's got it in midfield, and he hauls it in. Tap dance dancing the sideline, and it's a first down. And what a start as an offensive player for Parrish. Got in front of Keontez Bradley and a gain of 12.
Certainly don't think of Coy Parrish as a possession receiver. Think about him downfield, run reverse and things like that. But a very nice out route right there for him, and then toe tapping to get his feet down in bounds.
PJ Fleck said he would not be a gadget or a gimmick, and he's staying in on offense. So 1 catch for 12. He'll be a slot receiver left along with Jalen Smith. Shotgun formation this time. Brockington is out there as well. And now they're going to direct snap maybe to Darius Taylor on first down. It is a direct snap to Darius. He fakes a handoff to the quarterback and then plows forward for only about 1 yard. Good job there by Deion Crawford, a linebacker. This Buffalo Bulls team, they make tackles. The top 2 tacklers in the country last year, 1 and 2, were both Buffalo players. The number 1 guy just made the Rams as an undrafted free agent, an All-American last year, Sean Dolak. And then Red Murdoch. Dolak had 168 tackles and Murdoch 156 last year.
That's a lot of tackles, Mike.
I thought it was a misprint when I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, those got to be career numbers.
Yeah.
A.J. Turner now in, the running back transfer from Marshall. 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. Double tights to the left with the receiver that way. That's the wide side of the field. Under center again, Drake Lindsey sends his man in motion. That's Tracy. And it's a straight handoff to Turner. And he barrels forward for a couple more. And now some late activity as Colin Ray, the Kentucky transfer, was engaged with one of the defenders there, and they had a little late contact. No flags, a gain of just 2, and brings up a 3rd down now and about 7 here for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. A year ago with Max Brosmer, they were pretty good on 3rd down, 46%. You'd take that percent if it was offered right now for the season.
Oh, absolutely, and I think this is the time right here we'll start to see, hopefully, a little bit of Drake Lindsey putting the ball in the air.
Lindsey's 1 for 1, that 1 completion to Parrish. 4 receivers set now for the Gophers, one of those at tight end left. The running back now is Cam Davis, the Washington transfer. Lindsey to throw, wings it near side, and it is caught on a beautiful pass, and it's a first down at the 35. Jalen Smith, Mankato, Minnesota. We've heard so much about him in this fall camp, and he made a beauty of a catch along the sideline near side.
Tell you what, Mike, that might even have been a better throw. It looked like that ball's a little bit on the inside, but that's where you want that ball. But Drake on the outside shoulder of that receiver.
And now they may review this. Was he juggling the ball as he was headed out of bounds? So they stopped the play. The replay official upstairs is Monty Montgomery.
Completed pass. Plays under further review.
So we'll get a look at it here on the replay. Ooh. He had 2 hands on it, then it kind of popped up out of his hand, and then he regained possession. I think this is going to be an incomplete. What do you think?
I hate to do it, but I agree with you.
This replay review sponsored by Planet Fitness. The officials are going to make a judgment here, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness. Home to the Judgment Free Zone. Go to planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the Judgment Free Zone. The referee tonight is Ron Snodgrass, a Big Ten veteran. As we mentioned, Monty Montgomery, the replay guy upstairs. And there's a replay center now in Chicago, state of the art. They say maybe better than the NFL replay center, and that's kind of where all of this now takes place in a central location. In fact, the Mid-American Conference uses that as well now as part of their replay system as well. Taking a long look at it here, the question I suppose is, did he have possession enough that it was possession, and then could he have been ruled out of bounds and then juggled it again after that? Did he have it long enough?
Yeah, there's a chance that it might be caught, because it did look like he had it leveraged there on his shoulder, but I don't know. It did come loose a little bit there at the end.
There was definitely a bobble, and he was in midair at the time of the bobble. So he steps out there.
After review, it's an incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
So that will likely bring the punting unit on. Each team now has been forced to punt. Gophers tried to get something going on the ground, but really did not have much success. Just 7 yards on 3 carries, 2.3 yards a pop. This Buffalo defense was one of the really good ones in the country. We mentioned all the tacklers, and they returned the leading sack man as well from the MAC last year in Kobe Stewart. So they have some dudes on that side of the ball. A new punter this year, no Mark Crawford for the first time in a while, and it's a fellow Australian, Tom Weston. He was a Division II punter in Oklahoma last year, and he stands at his own 39-yard line. Victor Snow, their star receiver, stands at his own 5, firmly on that left hash mark. Let's see what the Aussie has for her first career punt. And it's a low end-over-end directional Australian-style boot. Bounces at the 8, rolls toward the end zone. Saved in and down at the 1. What a job there by by a host of Golden Gophers. The gunner took care of one man, and then Alan Sukup, the long snapper, made the long run down there to save it from going into the end zone.
What a great heads-up play by Sukup to bat that ball back out because it looked like it was going in the end zone.
Yeah, and remember in college play, it only has to break the plane. It doesn't have to touch, and he was able to get that done. So they'll have it at their own 1 when we come back. 9:57 to go first quarter, no score. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Looking for a new spot to watch the Gophers, golf year-round, or celebrate special occasions? Launchpad Golf is opening this fall in Prior Lake, right next to Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. As proud sponsors of Gopher Athletics, we're bringing heated golf suites with innovative technology, exceptional food and beverages, and big screens for every game. Whether you're perfecting your swing, having a fun night out, or cheering on the maroon and gold, Launchpad Golf is your new entertainment destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources, Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Ordway Center, celebrating 25 years of supporting the Flint Hills Family Festival. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Domino's Mix and Match menu has items for every occasion. Order 2 or more items for $6.99 each. Ask for this offer 2-item minimum. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Bone and wings, bread bowl pasta, and pan pizza will cost extra. Local stores set delivery fees and may charge extra for some menu items, crust types, toppings, and sauces.
In a hurry, don't worry. Cub delivers. Get fresh meat, produce, everyday essentials, and more delivered to your door. Cub, proud to support Gopher Athletics for over 20 years. From their own 1, the Buffalo Bulls, standing in their end zone, the quarterback Taquan Robertson, after a 45-yard punt, was down at the 1. No score early on, 9:57 to go. Robertson from the end zone, ball batted in the air as he tried to throw it left side, and it falls harmlessly to the deck. And the big mitts of Anthony Smith. He got the sack on the first drive, and he bats that ball away into the end zone on drive number 2.
Anthony Smith making his presence known early. I don't know why they would not block him coming off the edge right there. I mean, if he's one of the top pass rushers in the Big Ten, you might want to slide your line that way and get a body on him.
Aljay Henderson, the running back. The quarterback, Robertson, he is only 6 feet tall. Down to 10 to snap, and again he stands in the end zone about 5 yards deep. It's a handoff to Henderson. He finds a little sliver of space across the 5 and carries a man to about the 7-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4. And Baranowski and Devin Williams were combining on the stop there. A couple of new guys in. Rashawn Lawrence, transfer from Stony Brook, a big defensive tackle, is in. Howard is also in as he started the game, and Nestor started at cornerback. He's a transfer as well. But it's Lawrence now at one of the defensive tackle spots. 3rd down and 4 for the Bulls. Henderson, the running back. Roberson is the quarterback. Looks to the sideline. They signal in the look at me kind of deal. They have 3 guys signaling over there. And now with 5 to snap, they better hurry. Now there's 3 to snap. And they get it off with 1. Standing in the end zone, wants to throw, goes deep near side, and it is incomplete. Nestor in coverage. McMillan, the Buffalo native, was running the route, but there was nothing there. The ball was overthrown, and they're going to have to punt out of their own end zone, the Bulls.
Hey, regardless, Nestor had him, they were shoulder pad to shoulder pad. He was locked up with them, so I don't think that ball would have been completed. Even if it would have dropped it in the bucket, would have had to be a tremendous grab.
Nestor was was recruited by Minnesota out of high school. The Gophers have hit Illinois with, you know, with the connections they have there with P.J. Fleck and Brian Callahan, but chose Iowa. And then after a couple of years decided he wanted to try his craft here, and he earned the starting job at cornerback. Drennan from his own end zone, and he gets the punt away, and it's a wobbly punt, shanked it, and it takes a sideways bounce at about the 46-yard line, a 39-yard punt. Probably fine for them, though. They want to keep it away from Parrish, who was standing at his own 45, and he had no chance to return it. No score, 8:56 to go first quarter, and the Gophers get their second crack at it with good starting field position there at the Buffalo 46. M Health Fairview is Minnesota's home of the most top docs and was just recently recognized as having 4 of the top-ranked hospitals in the state. Visit mhealthfairview.org to learn about world-class care you deserve right in your backyard. Stay with us. Time out on the field from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
At CHS, we know what it takes to feed and fuel the world, to integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, to advocate for farmers in their fields and around the world, to build communities, invest in rural America, and empower rural economies. It takes courage, conviction, commitment. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Austin Bartz of Bartz Lawn and Landscape and Bartz Snow Sculptures.
I started banking with North American, I think, 3.5 years ago. All the people know me by name. I know them by name. It's fun to come into the bank and actually talk to somebody you know. So I made the switch and I'm very happy. It's the best bank I've ever been at.
To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, proudly serving the community for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn McCreevy is proud to support head coach P.J. Fleck and the Golden Gophers this football season. Since 1857, Washburn McCreevy has put a focus on life. Let them help you design your healing experience. Gather, remember, and rejoice. Visit washburnmccreevy.com. Welcome back. We're at Huntington Bank Stadium. Mike Grimm and Daryl Thompson of you up top. JG downstairs on the field. We have Tanner Hoops and Scoreboard Central and a cast of thousands to get this production on the air. So far we've seen Jackson Howard, first career start. John Nestor, first career start at Minnesota. On offense, Jalen Smith and Nathan Roy, their first career start. And then Beers, his first start at center. And obviously the first career start for the quarterback, Drake Lindsey. Coy Parrish in on offense again. And so he has already been in offensively on 3 plays. First and 10 from the 46, no score. Welcome back to Huntington Bank Stadium. Austin Beers hovers over the football. Never a problem when every play starts with Beers.
No doubt.
Going to the shotgun snap now, Drake Lindsey. Wide to his left, right in the backfield is Darius Taylor. 2 receivers near side, 1 right, that's Parrish. Wanting to throw, little fake to the left. Now they come back to the right, and they find Taylor steps away from one man and breaks free inside the 40, and a nice pickup of about 9. He caught it about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage on a little flip of the wrist, and then literally made one man miss. No contact whatsoever, and that's what has made him so good. A gain of 9, second and 9.
Well, he made a couple people miss right there. That's one of the things that Darius has that a lot of backs don't have the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield and then make people miss in open space in there. Making 2 people Miss to pick up 9 yards.
Parrish again in on this play. Bierman, the tight end, wide to the left, and now they're going to go to a little wildcat set with Taylor, and now Parrish comes next to him, and they're in the backfield with the wide side to the right. So maybe some option game here. One to snap. The snap is there, and it's Taylor trying to get outside, cuts it back for first down yardage inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line, and a gain of 4. The stop made by Charles McGatherins. He's a starting cornerback, and that was Coy Parrish throwing his shoulder in there as the lead blocker.
Pretty nice job of leading up in there. Took on 2 defenders and picked up a nice first down there for Darius.
He did. Parrish blocked one guy, spun off him, and blocked a second guy. Not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Parrish stays in at receiver, so he's already been in now on 6 offensive plays. First and 10, in motion, Pierce Walsh, the third tight end. He comes set to the right. Wide side to the left, hand off to Taylor. No, make that Cam Davis, and he's got a couple. In fact, we'll give him 4 inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Malin White, the defensive end, on the stop. Taylor coming back in now, and Coy Parrish will get a breather, as will Davis.
Nice run there by Cam, just putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield when there didn't look like there was anything to the outside, and his line gave him that sliver. Puts his foot in the ground and picks up 4 yards.
Drew Bibber now in at tight end, the Purdue transfer. He's lined up wide to the right and a double tight end with Gears. Smith and Brockington also in. And the running back, again, is DT. He's got the handoff, a little sliver of space, cuts it back, and he's shoelaced at about the 20. They say he's down right there, but it's a pickup of about 7. McNair got him by the shoestring. Otherwise, it's a touchdown. And it moves the sticks right at the 20, first and 10.
Yeah, nice job by the offensive line. Giving him that push. He gets to the second level. He's going to make things happen, and we're seeing it happen here early in the game.
First down for Drake Lindsey. Has time. Hit as he throws toward the end zone, and he overshot everybody. Jalen Smith, the intended target. Decent coverage there as well, and I like that shot. No score here. 6:20 to go first quarter. Gophers with 45 total yards. Buffalo -1. Keontae Bradley and Miles Greer, a cornerback and a safety, both transfers from different worlds. Arizona State for Bradley and Division II Shepherd University for Greer. Pretty decent coverage, and Lindsey threw it out of the end zone.
Well, he also had a little bit of pressure on him there, Mike. I think if he didn't have that pressure, he might have been able to kind of set his foot and really let that go. But that little bit of pressure, I think, made him sail that a little bit.
A.J. Turner now the running back in the backfield on 2nd and 10. And he has the handoff, hit right at the line of scrimmage, keeps churning the legs forward. He got positive yards out of nothing. A gain of 2 to the 18 and to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Minnesota 0 for 1 on 3rd down here. They are in field goal range. Cam Davis will come in at running back now. Logan Loya in for Jalen Smith. Brockington comes out. Pierce Walsh comes out. Lanier was in there as well. It's Loya and Smith along with Javon Tracy now on the field. Wide side to the right and a key 3rd down here. Lindsey so far tonight, 2 of 4, 21 yards. Had one completion bobbled that turned into an incomplete. Quick snap. Lindsey to throw. Center of the field. Gives it to his tight end Gears. Close to first down yardage. Right at the 10. That's where he needed to get. And they will move the sticks. And a nice job there by Lindsey to progress through the reads and find the tight end for a first down.
Very nice job progressing through the reads. And it looked like Gears bobbled that a little bit. Nice job getting it back to his body and getting his body weight down. Get underneath that hit and pick up the first down. It looked like he just barely picked that up.
Kenrick Lanier back in with Lemecki Brockington, and now they're going to look upstairs to see if he got the first.
Here's a first down. The play's under further review.
So this replay review sponsored by Planet Fitness. The official's going to make a judgment here, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness. Home to the Judgment Free Zone. Go to theplanetfitness.com. Make that planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the Judgment Free Zone. Any look? What'd you think?
I think they have the first down.
DT says he got it. A couple of others in the booth say maybe short. I haven't seen the replay. Got to figure if it's just, half a yard or less short, they're going to go for it here. Big 6'5" quarterback. Either sneak it. We'll look at it one more time here.
It's going to be close. Looks like that knee might have come down just a little bit behind the...
Knees down there. I think he's about a foot to 2 feet short.
Yeah, you could be right.
He did bobble, you're right. But he did a nice job of once he had possession. Boy, it's hard to tell by, maybe it's less than a foot on that angle.
I think they might have it.
I love your optimism, man.
I have the maroon colored glasses on.
You're wearing maroon on the goal down tonight.
After review, the runner was short of the line to gain. It's fourth down at the 11-yard line.
Boy, they shorted him a full yard. I don't think that's right. And that may change what you want to do here, whether you want to kick it or go for it. If it's 4th and 4 inches, which is what we thought it might be, maybe a foot, but to bring it all the way back to a full yard, at a minimum, that had to be a half yard, don't you think?
Yeah. But looks like we're going for it.
But they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. A year ago, Minnesota was unbelievable on 4th down. 10 of 11, 91%. And they go with that tush-push look with 3 tight ends. There's the push by Drake Lindsey. It was Gears. Did Gears take the snap? It was Gears who took the snap. Lindsey was lined up wide to the right, and he may not have gotten it. That was good push by the defensive front by Buffalo, and I think he's going to be short. They did not get the yard here. TJ Fleck signaling first down, and they're going to bring the sticks out. The previous spot to start this set.
On the field, the runner short of the line to gain. First down, Buffalo.
Yeah, he's definitely short by that spot. He had to get to the 10. And what a difference the spot makes to bring it back a full yard. That's an easy first down if they spot it where it probably should have been. I'd love an explanation as why they thought that was a full yard. There's zero chance that was a full yard, and that comes into play in a big way, and we'll have to take the timeout. Hey, if you'd like to listen to us and get synced up and watch the game on TV in the comfort of your own home, well, go to syncmygame.com to find out how. No score. Buffalo takes over after stopping the Gophers. 4:49 to play first quarter. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Kohl's Labor Day sale is here. Sure, it's hard to admit summer's ending, but with $10 off $25 spent at Kohl's, you can stop living in denial and start living in cute cardigans. Yep, we're back to wearing layers. So welcome fall with savings on jeans, tees, candles, and comfy bedding. And earn Kohl's cash all weekend. Trust me, your future cozy self will thank you. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer in September 1st. See store or kohls.com for details.
Labor Day's no time to be running all over town. One trip to Cub and you're set for the long weekend. Brats? Got 'em. Sweet corn? You betcha. Chips, dips, buns, and pop? Oh yeah. And the deals? You'll find them all over the store. Like Cub 80% lean ground beef. On sale for just $3.99 a pound with MyCub Rewards. So grab what you need, kick back, and call it Labor Less Day. Cub, your one-stop shop. See store for details.
United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
Hey Gopher fans, Minnesota-made and Gopher alumni-owned Old Dutch Foods has been crafting quality snacks for loyal fans throughout the upper Midwest since 1934. Like their newest flavors, Dutch Crunch Sweet Heat, Movie Theater Butter Popcorn, and Sour Cream and Onion Veggie Puff Corn. Find Old Dutch in the Gopher Garden before select home games sampling their latest flavors, or stop by your local store and pick them up today. Old Dutch, family-owned, quality snacks since 1934.
Crispy, crunchy, light and snappy, Old Dutch potato chips.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football.
A happier way to healthcare starts with Coop Health. Say goodbye to complicated paperwork and surprise bills. For more info, visit coophealth.com today. And there are a couple of former Gophers who are now Minnesota Vikings. Max Brosmer and Blake Cashman being introduced. They flashed Brosmer's picture up and played the Vikings horn, which was kind of cool, and now they're getting a skull chant going here, impromptu. See if that gets the Gophers fired up. They went to the preseason game, the Gopher team did, when the Houston Texans were in town. They got to see their former teammates Ariante Ursery, Daniel Jackson play for Houston, and Max Brosmer play for the Vikings. So the Gophers turned away on 4th and a yard on a tight end sneak, and with 4:49 to go in the quarter from their own 11. Roberson is out of the pistol. Looking left, fires left, is hit and dropped on the catch, a loss of 5. Back at the 6-yard line, Kerry Brown playing that slot spot, dropped Messiah Birch. The 3 safeties, Gooseby, Parrish, and Brown, basically I think the coaches said those are our 3 best guys. One of them's going to play slot depending on the situation, and let him play.
Kerry Brown just plays better and better every time. If he stays healthy, he is going to be a tremendous defensive back.
That is a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. They have minus 6 yards now on the day. Henderson the back in the backfield. Matt Kingsbury in now at linebacker for the Gophers. And it's play action from his end zone. Pressure comes, flush, working left, trying to find some space, and he's hit and dropped. That is the freshman, Emmanuel Carmo, linebacker, Robbinsdale Cooper, and he showed his wheels there, tracking down the speedy quarterback after a gain of about 4 as he was flushed from the pocket. It'll bring up a 3rd and 11.
Sure did. A nice job on the back end with the secondary. The Gophers again forcing that coverage sack, and then just not allowing, like we talked about in our keys to the game, Mike, not allowing Taquan Robinson to get free and get comfortable in the pocket.
Coy Parrish now playing the deep safety. Aiden Gooseby at the other safety, and Kerry Brown now at the slot. 3rd and 11. Buffalo 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Roberson with Henderson next to him. They stand inside their own 5-yard line with 2 to snap. They snap it with 1. Straight drop. Here comes pressure. Flag flies in the backfield, and Roberson is sacked back at the 6-yard line. Devin Williams, a linebacker, with the sack. And let's check the marker here. It's in the area of a hold. You just hope that's what it is. And if it is, you just decline it.
Hold or a clip.
Ron Snodgrass, the referee.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 59, number 5, penalties decline, 4th down, 52.
So that was Jake Tim, the transfer from Long Island, the starting center, and the running back Henderson. A high-low hit. You can't engage high and low on the same guy with 2 different guys. So they decline it. It's a loss on the sack back to the 6. And Coy Parrish will now be ready to return this punt as he stands right around midfield. Gophers bring in their special teams units. A little late to the party here, but they'll get there and arrive on time. Ron Snodgrass waiting for them. And now we're ready to go. Parrish right near midfield. The punter, first year starting is Drennan, and his heel is about a foot from the back end line. Snap is shoulder high, and the kick is away, and it's a spiraling kick. And another fair catch here by Parrish at the 49, and that's where Minnesota will take over. 42-yard punt here for Drennan, and it'll be 1st down Minnesota when we come back. Gopher fans, you could take home a Tacoma this season if the Gophers score a defensive touchdown during any home game. One lucky fan will drive away in a brand new Toyota Tacoma. To register, go to gophersports.com/Toyota. Take home a Tacoma courtesy of your local Toyota dealers. No score, first quarter, 3:15 to play from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Hey Gophers, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Minnesota t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Minnesota in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
In Gopher country, you don't accept the status quo. You demand more. More action. More glory. More, period. That's why you belong in a Kloss. If you're made for more, Kloss equipment was made for you. From combines and forage harvesters to tractors and hay tools, Kloss machines deliver more efficiency, more performance, and more confidence, helping you score big every season. Visit Kloss.com. That's CLAAS.com to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
At
RBC Wealth Management, helping the communities where we live and work, is at the heart of what we do. That's why we're proud to partner with Gopher Sports on Goldie's Family. At every Gopher home game, Goldie's Family gives a family staying at the Ronald McDonald House an exclusive game day experience. By supporting our youth and their families, RBC Wealth Management strives to make tomorrow better for everyone in our communities. RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, SIPC.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Minnesota Zoo now span 30 years and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Welcome back. No score. First quarter. Gophers with 54 yards. Buffalo with -6. Devin Williams had his first career sack. He had half a sack last year. This time a full sack. And from midfield, Minnesota will take over. No score. Gophers have threatened. They were turned away on 4th and 1 in field goal range. PJ chose to go for it as opposed to try the field goal. I like the call to go for it there. Keep the guys out, keep the drive going. The play just didn't get executed.
I like it. It's still early in the game, so maybe not chasing points, but it would have been nice to pick that up, obviously.
Under center is Lindsey. Taylor, the running back, double tights. 2 receivers right, including the tight end. And it's a straight handoff to Taylor. Steps out of one tackle, has more Buffalo Bulls in his pursuit and got maybe half a yard. They really pursue hard. Cooper on the stop, and they're stacking the box here against this Gopher running attack.
Well, stacking the box, and also they're winning battles at that line of scrimmage. Darius, there was nowhere at the point of attack to go. They had a little corner blitz, forced that ball to bounce outside, and the safeties and the linebackers rallied the ball.
Offset eye now. Bierman, the fullback, the Tipton, Iowa product. Darius Taylor, the running back. Under center, Lindsey. More under center than maybe we thought. Handoff to Taylor, trying the right side. Waits, springs free for a few yards inside the 45 to the 44. That'll be a gain of 6. A nice 2nd and 10 carry. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4. McCatherins, the cornerback, and Greer, the safety, combine on the stop for the boys in blue.
And then we did. We wanted the point of attack on the stretch play right there. We saw that tons with Muhammad Ibrahim, and Darius Taylor does a nice job reading that, getting his offensive lineman setting up and picking up about 6 yards, 7 yards on that play.
Gophers 0 for 2 on 3rd down. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go first quarter. 0-0 here at Huntington Bank Stadium. Brockington, one of the receivers here. Lindsey on a straight drop. Fires over the middle. Caught Gears. This time he has plenty for the first down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And a gain of about 9. Red Murdoch, the leading tackler, on the stop and coverage. Parrish and Taylor now into the game.
And there we see the power in Drake Lindsey's arm right there. That ball was a missile coming out on that play.
And just a flick of the wrist, too. Yeah. And it came out whizzing right to the tight end. 1:30 to play. Clock winding. We're in the first. Plenty of time here. First quarter. 7 to snap. Again, the offset eye with Bierman, the fullback, offset to the left. Lindsey, straight drop again, no play action, same play, right back to the tight end, and Gears jumps forward in a gain of about 13, make it 15 to the 22-yard line. Red Murdoch again in the coverage and the stop, and they maybe found something here with the tight end over the middle.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I think they found a matchup they like with Beers and that linebacker over there doing a nice job exploiting the middle of the field, which hopefully helps up the rest of the field later on in the game.
And now Pierce Walsh comes in at a tight end. Running back now is A.J. Turner. 2 receivers wide to the left. 1 tight end on each side of the line of scrimmage, tucked in tight, wide side to the left. Under 40 seconds to go here, first quarter, no score. Gophers knocking on the door here again from the 22. Lindsey under center again. And this time it's a handoff to Turner trying the right side, and they pursue, and nothing doing. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. And that will likely be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll move it from the Williams Arena end of the football field, down to the student section end of the football field here as we have played one quarter of football, and we are scoreless. Minnesota with 82 yards, Buffalo -6. These early season games sometimes offensively can be a little bit of a struggle. Bring on back to school at Kohl's. From on-trend outfits to everyday styles, find looks that your kids will love at prices you'll love when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. Tanner Hoops will have an opportunity here for his first scoreboard update of the season. We're scoreless here. What else is happening, Tanner?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Plan to go around on the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Cub Foods, the official grocer of Golden Gopher Athletics. One other Big Ten team is in action, at least as of right now. Rutgers in a battle against Ohio from Piscataway. Rutgers and Ohio tied at 31 after 3 quarters. The Scarlet Knights driving in the red zone held to a field goal. They lead 34-31, 11-10 left to go in regulation of that game. Major upset brewing in South Florida. South Florida leading 25th ranked Boise State 31-7. Life after Ashton Jeanty not off to a good start for the Broncos. 9:38 to go in the fourth quarter of that game. Elsewhere, Mizzou, they're taking on Central Arkansas tonight. Mizzou forces a 3-and-out in the opening drive. They take it down the field on their first possession and do this.
Out of the pistol, Hardy lines up behind Prabula. Norfleet in motion to the right. 4 in the box for Central Arkansas, wanting to throw. Prabula steps up, fires, deep post pattern. Johnson open, catches at the 9, touchdown Missouri. A perfectly thrown ball, 49-yard strike, Bo Prabula to Marquise Johnson, and Missouri's on the board with 11:06 to play in the first quarter.
3:22 to go in the first half of that one. Mizzou's got a 19-0 lead over Central Arkansas. Elsewhere, Bowling Green having no issues with Louisiana Lafayette, 20-0 with 5:16 to go in the third quarter of that game. Defensive battle, Wyoming and Akron, 3-0 Cowboys at halftime. Also at halftime, it's North Carolina State leading East Carolina 17-7. Delaware 14-3 halftime lead over Delaware State. Duke and Elon are tied at 10, 2:50 to go in the first half of that game. Oklahoma State up 14-7 on Tennessee Martin. 3:36 to go in the second quarter, but Oklahoma State is in the red zone. Houston is 7-0 lead on Stephen F. Austin with 13:39 to go in the second quarter of that game. Still to come tonight, Nebraska and Cincinnati from Arrowhead Stadium, 8 o'clock start in that one. Wisconsin hosting Miami, Ohio. That'll also be an 8 o'clock game. One other game tonight, Stony Brook at San Diego State, a 9 o'clock start for that one. No score at Huntington Bank Stadium, 1 quarter in the books between Minnesota and Buffalo. Back over to you guys.
All right, great work there, Tanner Hoops. Good to have you back in. How's the Canary season going? You're still working some baseball as well.
Yeah, final week of the regular season is upon us. Postseason gets going on Wednesday. Man, a baseball life is fun, and this time of year is great. It's good to be busy with the overlaps.
Are the Canaries in Sioux Falls? I know they're in Sioux Falls. Are they in postseason contention with a week to go?
We have a playoff spot locked up, and now we're awaiting the matchups and kind of seeing where the chips fall where they may here in the last 5 games.
Outstanding. You had Gopher volleyball on Monday in Sioux Falls.
It kind of worked out perfectly. Sioux Falls is a great city. I'm sure a lot of our listeners have been out that way. If they haven't, they should, but worked out perfectly. A Sioux Falls Canaries off day, a Golden Gopher volleyball season opener at the Pentagon, and basketball's going to be going there in November. It's going to be a lot of fun. So cool to see. It's a little bit of a suburb in a way of Gopher land. A lot of Gopher fans down that way.
No doubt. Tanner Hoops, our thanks to him as always. He'll be back at halftime with scores in the halftime show. Sarah Hopkins, Gopher men's and women's cross country coach, will be his halftime guest. Hey, Gopher fans, don't miss out on the Gopher Garden. It's the pregame fan fest presented by Huntington Bank. It's located on Oak Street outside the stadium. Gopher Garden opens 3 hours before every home game. Catch the Gopher football tailgate radio show with JG. Enjoy the Pride of Minnesota Marching Band pregame concert and experience all the excitement leading up to kickoff. JG, you were out. I saw you getting your face painted at that place, huh?
Why wouldn't I? Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I'm out there for 2.5, 3 hours. I got to have fun. They had video games out there today. They've always got some type of mini golf. They've got Pop-A-Shot. They've done a great job of building up that area. They've got a bar right there next to me, which is just way too tempting, Grimmer. You know me very well. That's very, very tempting for me, but it's a lot of fun. And whenever Ryan Burns from Gopher Illustrated comes by, we time it out perfectly that the percussion section of the band goes right by him while he's trying to talk. So we've got some things to iron out.
All good. 2nd down and 10 for the Gophers, knocking on the door from the 22 of Buffalo. Start of the second quarter, no score. Gophers have been in plus territory 3 times so far. Here's a handoff to Taylor. This is a little bigger hole. Steps out of one tackle, skirts outside and hits the corner to the 10 to the 5. Lowers his shoulder and angled out at about the 3. was Solomon Brown, the former Gopher, playing in his 7th year of college football, who angled him out. Good lead block by Jalen Smith and a 19-yard pickup. And boy, did he scat outside in a hurry.
Sure did. Buffalo came in the wrong package that time. They had that nickel package, just 4 down linemen, a couple safeties in there, and our offensive line did a good job of paving the way. And yes, a nice block by Smith to lead the way, and some really nice, couple of nice cuts there by Darius to get to the outside and almost get in the end zone.
Now, officially, they put it at the 4, so an offset eye. Fullback is Bierman. Tight end is Bibber. He's wide to the right. Under center again is Drake Lindsey, looking for maybe his first touchdown pass of the season. And now a delay of game. I don't think he got the snap off in time. And PJ kind of throws his right foot up in the air.
5-yard penalty, first down.
One of those redshirt freshman mistakes. You got to get up there a little quicker and get into the play, and you got to live with those. I'm a little surprised they didn't try to burn the time out there to save the yardage, but maybe everyone thought he was going to get it off in time, and they wanted to protect that. So back to the 9, first and goal from there. Certainly still within striking distance.
No, it certainly is within striking distance, but you don't want to give up 5 yards like that. But I think we can survive it here.
2 penalties for 10 yards for the Gophers. Under center again, same formation, and Lindsey with a play action. Waits over the middle, has his tight end there, and it is caught! Touchdown! The first touchdown pass this year for Lindsey. He had one a year ago, and Jamison Gears on the receiving end of that strike, and a beautiful formation, a beautiful schematic play, and the tight end comes free, and it is a touchdown. The Gophers are in the end zone with their first TD of the game. If you're game for a little excitement, just say I'm in and play the Minnesota Lottery. Gears has the first TD. He says he's in.
He's in. I tell you, that was a really nice job, him going up and attacking that ball, high pointing it. He got a little bit of almost pass interference, but you don't want to rely on that. Just go up and bring that ball in, and he did it there.
7-play, 50-yard drive. It covered 422, and are we going to have another review here?
4 touchdowns. The play's under further review.
So Gears up to the minute, 5 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. But they want to make sure.
That was a catch.
Drake Lindsey had the touchdown last year in the Rhode Island game, and so this is his second career touchdown, first as a starter. We haven't gotten a good look at the review here. Gears has now been part of 2 review plays. This review is sponsored by Planet Fitness. The officials are going to make a judgment here, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness. Home to the Judgment Free Zone. Go to planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the Judgment Free Zone. Getting our first look at the replay here as well. He's got the ball. He's tucked it in. Nothing by that angle would indicate the ball came loose.
I think he caught that one clean.
Yeah, nothing on that angle. You couldn't even see the ball. Here is maybe more of a conclusive angle. Yeah, his hand's under it. It bobbled a little bit, but that was after the hand was under it. That's going to be a touchdown, DT.
Yeah, I agree.
Justin Guard.
Well, there's a lot of talking on the headset right now going up to the replay booth. PJ just screamed, "Why did we stop it?" after seeing 3 or 4, and now let's see what happens.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. Touchdown.
Yeah, PJ for a 3rd time yelling, "Why did we stop it?" before he came back to the sideline here.
He's still letting the ref have it. He's screaming at the head linesman who has nothing to do with the review. He's asking why wasn't it interference. That's what DT was hinting at as well, maybe on the play.
Yeah.
He's like, it's your call, screaming at him. Now he's screaming at him still.
He's working for that next call.
Exactly. So the extra point kick is Brady Denneberg, and it's up, and it is good. So that is now conclusive. 7 plays, 50 yards. It covered 422. The drive summary sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives this year, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. Gophers 7, Buffalo nothing. 13:53 to go here in this second quarter. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most. To you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
This This is Mike Grimm, voice of the Golden Gophers. As a business owner, do you have a game plan in place to stay focused on safety and preventing claims? Let our team help support your business. Federated Insurance offers a customizable lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you continue your winning streak. At Federated Mutual Insurance Company, it's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Domino's Mix and Match menu has items for every occasion. Order 2 or more items for $6.99 each. Ask for this offer 2-item minimum. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Bone and wings, bread bowl pasta, and pan pizza will cost extra. Local stores set delivery fees and may charge extra for some menu items, crust types, toppings, and sauces.
Take a playcation to Mystic Lake. With 24/7 gaming, the good times never have to end. And you can satisfy your cravings at our restaurants and bars. Or relax in one of our luxurious hotel rooms. Those that play together, stay together. And don't forget to join Club M, so you can spark new memories and bask in the rewards along the way. Follow the lights to Mystic Lake, where every day is play day.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Gophers get on the board. Welcome back to Huntington Bank Stadium. 7-0 Gophers on a nice drive there. A 9-yard touchdown play, a 50-yard drive. Let's go to JG on the sideline with a story to tell.
Well, yeah, I just always love sarcastic PJ. That's always fun when he's down here. And very literal PJ. He pranced back into the coaching box very dramatically to show that he was being respectful, then let Rod Snodgrass have it about not just the 3 stoppages that we've seen, but Daryl mentioned he's lobbying for the next call. Write this one down. David Leatherman, write it down. He's looking for a defensive holding. He's looking for a defensive holding, so just write that one down.
Here's the kick and into the end zone. Brady Denneberg with 2 kicks tonight and 2 touchbacks. And Buffalo so far has not been very good on offense. They first drive started at their own 25. They lost 2 yards on the drive. Next drive they started at their own 1 after a great punt from Tom Weston. That went 6 yards. Next drive after the 4th down miss by Minnesota at the 11, they went -5. So right now, total, they're at -1 yard. They don't have a first down yet. They're just a touchdown back. It's 7-0.
No, their defense is playing very, very well. If I were them, I might give that ball to that running back a little bit more. L.J. Henderson needs a few more carries.
Roberson rolling right, fires. It's caught underneath by McMillan, and he scampers forward for the first down of the night for the Bulls. A gain of 11 yards out to the 36-yard line. 7-0 Minnesota. We're a minute 15 into the second quarter. Buffalo working right to left. Evan King, the tight end, is flanked to the right. And it's a pistol formation. Gopher coaches waving towels down there to indicate something. Swag Daddy down there, Mr. Monroe, waving that towel. Here's a pass on the near side, and it's way over the head of the intended target, Josiah Gathings. In coverage, Zaquan Bryant. I think Zaquan had that angled up. If that throws on target, that might have been an interception. So probably better that Roberson fired it a little tall.
I tell you what, though, the Gopher defense has him sped up. That ball would be, if that ball is on the money, he's got an opportunity to catch that ball, potentially turn upfield, pick up first down. But he's a little bit giddy back there in the backfield.
And a fake handoff. He keeps it, and Devin Eastern bear hugs him right there. That was it. Loss of 2 with help from Lucas Finnessy, but that was Eastern, the first man there. And, you know, I was talking earlier today, I was on with PA out at the State Fair, and Devin Eastern's now a 3-year starter. He's been a really good defensive tackle, but I think this year he takes the next step to be a great defensive tackle. I think he's due. He's just more mature.
I think you could be right, Mike. Just from the way he's played in this game, from that very first one-arm tackle to the plays he's made and keeping everything kind of jammed up in the middle there. A true 3 technique on the inside.
Gophers with 5 tackles for a loss. 3rd down and 12 to throw. Roberson wings it out. It is caught along the sideline in front of Nestor. No, incomplete. The receiver McMillan was out of bounds. He hauled it in, but he was out of bounds. It would not have been a first down had it been complete anyway, and it's now 4th and 12 for the Bulls, and the Gopher defense pulls up strong again. They've allowed only 3 yards in this entire football game.
Defense playing very, very well now, especially that pressure up front, and we talked about it actually quite a few times. A lot of good job on the background with the coverage sacks so far today. Playing good in the front and back. They're going to look at this one to see if he had a foot in. Again, it'd be short anyway. Ron Snodgrass hearing from upstairs.
After a replay review, it was a catch at the 43-yard line. It's still 4th down.
So at the 43, instead of 4th and 11, it's now 4th and about 4. Gophers will now go to their base defense here in case of a fake punt. That means Kingsbury's in at one of the linebackers, Baranowski in. Coy Parrish stands at about his own 12-yard line or so, and the punter is Drennan. Gophers with 11 on the field. That's good. After all that switching, you want to make sure. And now Drennan stands at his own 29-yard line. Breeze at his back, angling it away from Parrish, who calls for a fair catch at the 20 and catches at about the 19. And that's where the Gophers will take over, a 38-yard directional punt and a timeout on the field. Let's right now give you station identification. This affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn. Minnesota's family corn farmers are proud to invest in research and programs that create opportunities for the state's agriculture economics. Learn more at mncorn.com. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. As your neighborhood credit union and proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, Truestone knows that banking is more than just affordable loans and a place to manage your money. They help their neighbors dream bigger and live better. It's true, Truestone. Timeout on the field, Minnesota 7, Buffalo nothing. Gophers have the ball from their own 19 when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. Tonight's Goldie's hero is 11-year-old Roman Ross Sullivan, who's at the stadium with his family. Roman was diagnosed with high-risk leukemia last September and is currently receiving treatment from the incredible care team at M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital. Roman loves football, baseball, and spending time with family. We're proud to support and recognize Goldie's heroes and lift up the staff at Masonic Children's Hospital, where many of the world's leading medical experts also have the most caring hearts.
Whether you're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel, proud sponsor of your Golden Gophers.
You can just picture it. The anticipation before the big moment. The band playing, the adrenaline flowing, the confidence that you're about to hit the field and simply dominate. Now you know what it feels like to plant a field of Brevant seeds. Because when you choose Brevant seeds, you're not looking for a simple win. You're looking to turn heads and make a name for yourself. This is your turf. And when you get out there, it's sheer domination. Get started at Brevant.com/domination. Win, win, win.
Some things are easier said than done, like packing your carry-on and getting everything to fit. Whew. Other things are easier done than said, like getting $350 cash back when you open a new Truestone checking account, so you can bag back some cash back to stash in your backpack. Hard to say, but easy to do, because our digital switch kit makes setting up your new Truestone checking account practically effortless. Easy and $350? It's true, because we're Truestone. Open by December 31st, and within 60 days, set up a $5,000 direct deposit and e-statements. Membership required.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward.
Gophers with it first down, leading 7-0. We're in the second quarter, 12:25 to go. Mike Grimm and Daryl Thompson with you. JG's on the Minnesota sideline. Tanner Hoops in Scoreboard Central. Jared Wells is our on-site engineer. Dave Jordan is our Gopher Radio Network producer. Dan Riesick and David Leatherman in the booth, along with Troy Pearson helping out. Under center in a straight I formation. Play action. Lindsey to throw. Feels pressure. Throws too high. Intended for Darius Taylor in the flat. Wouldn't have gone for much anyway. Savion Brown was the man that was coming from the left side. He was a linebacker turned nickel back. Kind of that monster back now, the bigger safety, the smaller linebacker position, and he came in from the left edge on a little bit of a delay look. But a good job by Lindsey to avoid the sack.
Well, I think he avoided the sack. I think the timing was a little bit off on that play. He might have been looking for another underneath route and tried to get it out to Darius late on that play and just kind of threw a little bit high.
Here's Taylor on a handoff, hitting the backfield and lost a yard. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. White, the first man there. Lindsey, before that last incomplete to Taylor, had hit on 4 in a row. On the night, Lindsey has had a pretty good night as a redshirt freshman. 6 of 9, 59 yards and a touchdown. 3rd down here, Minnesota on 3rd down tonight, 1 for 3. Brockington and Tracy, the receivers, along with Kenrick Lanier. Tight end also wide to the right. Taylor, the running back, and Drake Lindsey, the quarterback, wide side to the right. Passing situation, and Lindsey to throw. Has time, plenty of time. Rifles near side. A strike at the 35, and angled out right there. LeMackey Brockington on a 16-yard pickup, and that was on a rope.
Absolutely on a rope, and I tell you this, I was just starting to, not think about the offensive line, struggle a little bit on that last pass play. Great protection right there, Mike. Great protection line of scrimmage. You give a quarterback that amount of time, he can find an underneath route, and LeMackey does a great job of bringing it in. And LeMackey, very, very talented, athletic receiver. Good to see him get going.
Yeah, this can be a big year for him. He's a senior already. It's hard to believe. He's been waiting his turn, with the COVID years and the red shirts. Guys like Jackson and then a transfer like Spencer all of a sudden get more reps. This is his opportunity. Play action again. Lindsey fires over the middle. That's a strike. Tracy with it into enemy territory and down to the 40-yard line. Oliver Bridges in coverage. The Cincinnati transfer hauls him in. Another strike, and that's a pickup of 26.
Yeah, nice ball, and again, nice protection by the offensive line, able to find Tracy in that hole, and he shows some nice acceleration. They're picking up about 6 or 7 more yards after the catch.
Tracy a year ago at Miami of Ohio, 57 catches, 818 yards, 7 touchdowns. His career high came 2 years ago. 5 catches, 123 yards against Buffalo.
Imagine that.
So he has a catch here tonight. Here's a handoff. Taylor slipping left. Flag comes out behind the play in the backfield. A gain of about 3. Gophers so far with 2 penalties. And PJ, remember, was lobbying for defensive holding. I don't think that's what this is going to be. Maybe it is. It is. I think Guardsy was on it.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact. Hands to the face. Defense. Number 0. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
All right. Kobe Stewart. Not quite the defensive holding, but it was there to be called. And Kobe Stewart, the guilty party, he's a contender for he was a contender for preseason MAC Defensive Player of the Year. A year ago, 9.5 sacks from that edge rushing position. So the penalty moves it to the 21. Gophers lead it 7-0. And an opportunity here to build on that lead. Lindsey now is 8 of 11, 101 yards and a touchdown, and he has thrown a couple of bullets on this drive. Taylor with an offset eye. Bierman, the fullback, offset to the right. Under center again is Drake Lindsey. Plenty of time here to snap. In fact, the play clock stopped. Back to throw. Lindsey steps up in the pocket, and his receiver was Gears, and it bounced off of Gears' foot up to a defender. This is an interception, and it's all the way back to the 25-yard line. Gears fell down, and Taylor saves the touchdown on the other end. Gears fell down. The pass hit him in the knee and bounced up to the defender.
Oh, that's the chance that happened.
Boy, and how's that not interference? Gears got chucked at the sticks and knocked to the ground, and then the ball bounced off of him and up off his left ankle.
That's like a football follies type of play right there. Never seen that happen before. Good thing that Darius Taylor was able to get on his horse and prevent a touchdown there.
Mitchell Gosner, the transfer from Harvard, first team All-Ivy League last year, on the interception. Bad luck for the Gophers. I don't know, but why would that not have been an illegal hit? The ball was in the air and he got knocked down. 54-yard return, and now, just like that, Buffalo in business. Turnovers in these kind of games can prove big. Henderson and Birch now both in the backfield, and here's Anthony Smith, and a sack back at the 30-yard line. His second sack of the night already, and almost untouched. Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, Anthony Smith, a loss of 6.
Almost untouched. That's just poor blocking scheme. Again, unblocked at the end of the line of scrimmage to one of the best pass rushers in the Big Ten.
He's just so quick, man. You can't block him.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jordan said. I'm setting picks.
I'm setting those picks so fast, Coach, you can't see it. Right. That's what's happening. Second down and 15 back at the 28-yard line. High snap. Here's a quick pass near side. It's caught by Gathings and his first catch, and he's ushered out of bounds by Devin Williams inside the 20 to the 19. And that's a gain of about 9. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 here for the Buffalo Bulls, trailing 7-0. 9 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Big turn of events here on the fluky interception. Gears got knocked down as the ball was on the way to him. No call there, and it hit off of his ankle, which was elevated as he was hitting the deck, and right up into a defender for Buffalo, who returned 54 yards. Taylor saved the touchdown. 3rd down. Roberson throws on a little bubble screen, and it is covered, and a good job there. And the stop made by Maverick Baranowski. And that is a Securian great coverage moment, sponsored by Securian Financial. Insurance and retirement coverage on a confident financial future. Brings up 4th down, and they're going to bring the field goal specialist on. Jack Howes, a Maryland transfer. He's actually kicked in this building for the Terrapins. And this will be a 36-yard attempt. Last year for Maryland, 11 of 16 on field goals. 7-0 Gophers. Snap back, spot down. Howe's kick is up, and it is good. And the turnover turns into points for Buffalo. Minnesota 7, Buffalo 3. And it's a 36-yard field goal by the Bulls. Caps a 4-play, 5-yard drive, and it took just 1:52.
Yeah, I just have to shake that off. That was a complete fluke play. Didn't call the interference on that play. Then the ball bounces off his ankle into the hands of a linebacker. Luckily, Darius is able to bring him down and save a minimum of 4 points on that play.
Timeout on the field. 7:56 to go in this second quarter. Gophers lead it by 4. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Silverado, Trailblazer, Trax, and Blazer EV.
Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 when you finance with GM Financial. Plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on select in-stock Silverado 1500 crew cab models. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com. 0% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 8.7%. Must finance with GM Financial. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Savings based on bank rate of 5.4%. 15% of vehicles in stock. The longest as of 8/4/25. While supplies last, see dealer for details. Tax, title, license, dealer fees, extra. Dealer sets final price. Take new retail delivery by 1925.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Justin Gard here for Affinity Plus. The energy on campus is electric as students return and Gopher football kicks off another exciting season. Whether you're a freshman figuring out campus life or a loyal fan who bleeds maroon and gold, Affinity Plus is your local teammate for all your banking needs. Students, stop by our campus branch where our team makes banking feel like talking to a neighbor, not a banker. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is a proud partner of Gopher Athletics, insured by NCUA.
Jan from Toyota here, with live coverage of end of summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event, with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long!
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota!
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the Federated Insurance broadcast booth here at Huntington Bank Stadium. Gophers lead at 7-3. Glad you're with us on this Thursday night. We'll get a scoreboard update here at halftime. Tanner Hoops will deliver the halftime show. Sarah Hopkins, cross-country coach, will join as well. Buffalo still with 17 yards of total offense. They had a 54-yard fluky interception return. They've run 16 offensive plays. The Gophers have 6 tackles for a loss. That's the most tackles for a loss the Gophers have had in a half. And remember, there's still a lot of time to go in this half since 2019.
The defense is playing very, very well right now. That was, for sure, a fluky play right there to have that ball bounce off the ankle and not pick up any yards.
So the kick man is Jack Howes. Deep is Parrish along with LeCaptain. And Howes approaches and the kick's away. And Parrish will, new rule this year, by the way, he formed that T formation with both arms out, straight out at the shoulders. And that was kind of, for years, kind of the unofficial indicator to everybody that I'm not going to return this. And then there was the trick play South Carolina pulled against Illinois in the bowl game, and it went for a big gain. So the rule changed. That's just like a fair catch. If you make that T signal now, the ball's dead when it's caught or it hits the ground.
Yeah, got to make rules. People are going to always find a way to work around them. And it sounds like it worked that one time.
Yeah. That's when, remember, Bielema and Shane Beamer got into it in that bowl game down in Florida where Bielema was out looking at an injured player, and he kept motioning the T signal to the bench because he was ticked off about that they would run that trick play. 1st and 10 Gophers from their own 25, leading 7-3, just under 8 minutes to go. Drake Lindsay, 8 of 12, and again, he didn't get the snap off, and that is not good coming out of... They took the timeout first. So again, redshirt freshman, you're going to have to live with those. PJ did get the timeout that time, but coming out of a score where you have the play called probably from the sideline, that is a freshman learning situation. Let's go to Justin Gard on the Minnesota sideline, sponsored by Stephen Carey.
Yeah, he definitely knows it. You can tell, I can see the eye roll from about 15 yards away. He's frustrated with himself. I do mention, we've seen Coy Parrish do a little bit of everything today. The Gophers have these beautiful benches right over to my right here, right down in front of you, where you can cool down, you can get the fan, you can put your helmet on there to cool it off. Coy doesn't get to use it. That's the sneaky part of him being so involved. I haven't seen him even close to the bench. He's basically just has a coach from each side of the ball kind of hovering around him. The one thing I would like to take out of the bag, though, is we don't need him lead blocking for Darius Taylor. Can we take that one out?
Yeah.
Everything else is good.
He made 2 blocks on the play, so credit to him, First down, hand off, Taylor, stutter steps, works his way left, has a seam, and he's got a first down, an 11-yard pickup, and that was just good running back play by Darius Taylor. McNair finally brings him down.
No, Mike, that was great running back. Great footwork, great bounce, and even more important, it's something that a lot of backs don't have, it's patience. He displayed patience on that run right there, able to pick up almost 11 yards on first down and protect himself and get down, and that was a tremendous run.
He's up to 56 yards rushing. Gophers leading 7-3, 7:20 to go here, second quarter. By the way, Coy Parrish, we think it's 5 or 6 offensive plays so far in this game. And here's Lindsay sacked. And that's that big middle linebacker, Red Murdoch, on the blitz. And just not enough time to try to release the football. He was looking deep, and Murdoch was not... He got through the protection, I guess is the best way to put that, on a blitz.
Yeah, you got to pick him up when he comes in there. I think that there was a little bit of indecision there in that play, and unfortunately, he was able to get through there and get to Lindsay before he could get rid of the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure which tight end. He ran right by the tight end. I don't know if the tight end's supposed to be a chip block here. Pierce Walsh, maybe. He just left him and let him come. Maybe the running back had to make a choice. There were 2 guys coming, and Darius went with the outside guy. Here's Lindsay on 2nd and long. This time he whips one on the far side into traffic. It's batted in the air and out of bounds, incomplete. McNair, closest man there, intended target Tracy, and now it's 3rd down. And the sack has so far short-circuited what started as a promising drive. 3rd and 17.
Yeah, 3rd down long. There's not a lot of plays in your book for this, but maybe you can find an underneath route and figure out a way to let someone break a tackle and pick up a few more yards on that play.
6:27, clock stops second quarter. Minnesota leading 7-3 here. Lindsey under center now with Darius Taylor, the lone back in the backfield. Now he backpedals here and now will set up in a pistol formation with the running back to the right. Quick snap, and now to throw is Lindsey. This time he's got time, and he rifles it over the middle. Caught by Smith right at midfield. Took a hard hit, and now they say it's incomplete. And the ball is loose and scooped up, and what do we got? Is this a catch, a fumble? This crew has indicated nothing yet. And PJ's screaming. It could have been targeting on the play.
Ruling on the field was the receiver caught the ball and was down before the ball came out.
It looked like targeting to me.
First down, Minnesota.
Yeah, the forearm hit him in the head. Now, that is reviewable. You can review targeting. That can be triggered from upstairs. And they'll also be able to review whether this is a catch. I don't think it's a catch, quite frankly.
The field was a completed pass. The play will be under further review.
Yeah, I don't think it's a catch, watching the replay. I think it's going to be an incomplete pass. Then the question is, can they tack on the targeting? That is reviewable. And it doesn't have to be helmet to helmet. It can just be forcible contact to the head. I don't know if he would be considered defenseless at that point catching the ball. I think he is, as he's going down to catch it. So there's a lot at play here. It was the shoulder, more the shoulder pad to the head, but forcible contact to the head, and PJ now has seen the replay, and he's now going to sprint down and yell at the review guy, Ron Snodgrass, to say, what about targeting? My man just got hit straight in the head, forcible contact, and this crew has been a mess so far tonight. Early season for them as well. There was no indication whether the pass was complete, a fumble, caught, no whistles. The play just went on.
It's the first game for all of us. First game for us, first game for them.
You haven't messed up yet tonight?
You don't know that.
All right, let's see what they got. PJ's being restrained by the head linesman. He has not been thrilled with it. And so we're going to come out of this. I think it's an incomplete pass. I think that, right?
It's definitely incomplete.
Definitely an incomplete pass. So they're going to bring that back. Then the question is, will they put a 15-yard targeting call on Murdoch, their best defender, number 2, the linebacker, who came in and hit him on the shoulder pad. They're bringing the sticks back, so it looks like it's just going to be a straight incomplete here. Ron Snodgrass will make the announcement.
After review, it's an incomplete pass. Fourth down.
And PJ is really hot about no targeting. I don't think they even looked at targeting, because they would have announced it. It is reviewable. You can, even if it's not called in the field, you can call for the review on that, and they did not do that. Snow, standing at his own 25, will return the punt here, coming from the Australian Tom Weston. Still 7-3 with 6:13 to play here in this first half. And rolling right Australian style, a low end-over-end directional kick, bounces and takes a great Minnesota bounce, and then it's trying to be scooped up by Snow, and then he's swarmed over at the 21. The good news for Buffalo is he saved some more yards on the roll. The bad news is that was dangerously close to being a muff punt, and the Gophers may be pouncing on it, but it will be Buffalo ball. They trail by 4 with 6:05 to go in this second quarter, and they'll have it just outside the 20-yard line, a 50-yard punt. That's some of the unique stuff an Australian guy can do. He rolls right, the guy comes right, and then he punts it across his body end over end, and you get this great roll. It only went about 30 yards, but that's how the play is designed.
Those Australian rules, kickers are really changing the game with their directional and the hang time, and be able to kind of hold on to it and run. Just makes you think a lot more in the traditional, just kick the ball as high as you can.
He got overspin on it on purpose, knowing when it hit at about 30 yards downfield and rolled another 20. Here's a good move on a keeper by Roberson, and he got about 4 out to the 25. Justin Gard with a Stephen Carey sideline update.
The only thing I'll say real quick, through all that chaos, the incompletion, the non-targeting, it's a really nice throw by Drake Lindsey on 3rd and 17.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you hope that maybe there are plays for a 3rd and 17 in this offense.
That was right on the numbers, and Jalen Smith got hit in the head to knock that ball out. They want to go deep on the far sideline, and it is a little hand-to-hand combat, and a good job by John Nestor. He got the inside arm up as the hand-to-hand combat they let go, and that inside arm DT, the left arm, he just got up and knocked tucked it away in a beautiful pass break.
That's a great job being a defensive back and also being able to use that outside arm. When you look, you lean and use that inside hand. He uses the inside hand, and so does the receiver. They won't call it.
What a great job there. That's a Securian great coverage moment, sponsored by Securian Financial. Insurance and retirement coverage on a confident financial future. 3rd down and 7 here for the Bulls from their own 25-yard line. 7 to snap on 3rd down tonight. They are 0 for 5. Back to throw is Roberson. Pressure comes, flush in the pocket. Now he's going to run, and he tries to get outside and tumbles forward and has the first down. Parrish knocked him down, but it'll be enough for the first out to the 31-yard line. Well, maybe he had to get to the 31. I thought they spotted him to the 31. Now the head linesman brings it up short at about the 30.5-yard line.
Officials timeout for measurement.
I mean, that was crazy. The head linesman was right on the 31-yard line as he walked out to spot it. And then when he got it, he took a half step back and shorted them a yard. This is, I think, a first down, DT.
I think you're right, unfortunately. And that's what Robinson's got to do. If you don't see what you like, figure out a way to just tuck that ball and get upfield and pick up some yards. And he's kind of starting to find his groove a little bit.
Well, they haven't changed the spot, so that's good news. And they haven't asked for a review, but they will measure it here. And where they spotted it, I think he is short.
It seems like they're spotting it where Coy hit him versus where he landed. So he did have forward progress.
Well, I called it immediately at the 31, and that's where the head linesman came out. He was right on the 31 to spot it, and then as he got the ball, he took kind of a half step back. And they got the first down anyway, even after the spot was where it was, so right at the edge of that stick. So just the second first down here for Buffalo. Minnesota with 10 first downs, but yet it's 7-3. Buffalo's a score away from taking the lead here. 158 first half yards for Minnesota, just 27 for Buffalo. A fluky interception resulted in a 54-yard return to get them into field goal range. Darius Taylor, the touchdown saving tackle, which in essence saved 4 points. Henderson and Shelton now, twin backs, flanking each side of the quarterback, Roberson. 7-3, 5:05 to go in the first half. Roberson waits for the snap, and he wants to keep it. Stutter steps his way for some positive yards. In fact, he got a nice gain out to the 36. Devin Williams from Minnesota on the stop. A gain of about 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
Now it looks like this Buffalo Bulls offense and Taquan Robinson are starting to have a little bit of momentum, a little bit of comfort, and that might be using the feet of Robinson a little bit more than he's been used so far in the game.
He has 7 carries for 6 yards, but remember, there's a couple of sacks in there that take the yards away in college football. Henderson and Shelton again, double running backs, and this time it's a handoff to Shelton, and he's got a nice hole to midfield. That's a pickup of 14, and it's first down Buffalo. In fact, they're into Minnesota territory now at the 49. Nestor, the Iowa transfer, on the stop. 4:15 to go in the half, and Minnesota leading 7-3.
Plenty of time.
Gophers need to bow their neck here. Roberson finding some stuff in the run game now. Same formation with 2 running backs. They try the handoff left side this time, and that time Devin Eastern said, not this time. He got his left arm around him, and then helping out was Jackson Howard and Coy Parrish in run support. Anthony Smith gets up near the bottom of the stack as well, but I think that was Eastern that thwarted it right away with a big left arm.
I think you're right, Mike, and you're doing a nice job on the interior, kind of playing that true 3 technique, disposing of that guard, penetrating in the backfield, and then wrapping the back up, waiting for the rest of his teammates to be there, forcing a 2nd down and long situation here.
Yeah, 3 tackles now for Eastern, 2nd and about 9 here. Roberson wants to throw, good concept. He has a man, it's caught in a first down. That is Gathings, or was that Snow? That was Snow inside the 40 to the 37, and a gain of 12. And so Roberson's found a little rhythm, getting confidence, it seems, out of his legs first.
Well, confidence from the legs, and also throwing to wide open receivers. Snow was wide open on the out route right there, so he got kind of lost in transition right there, so he's getting going as well.
They're going to bring in 4 new defensive front guys. Carter Menz at one end, Lucas Finnessy at the other, Nate Becker at tackle, and Rashawn Lawrence at tackle. Get some fresh bodies in there. Menz 6'5", and he is a pass rush specialist. 1st and 10 to throw Roberson. Here comes Menz. Flushed him from the pocket. Couldn't land it, though, and it'll be a pickup on the scramble of about 4. He took a hard hit, did Roberson, and it'll be a 2nd and 7 situation. Devin Williams brings him down, but boy, did Carter Menz get right into the backfield.
Yeah, he did. Kind of showing his length and speed right there. Hopefully he gets a little bit more of an opportunity as well, but we do need him to get home on that play.
And it's nice to get, 8 fresh legs out there, right?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely is.
Those guys were getting wore down on those running attempts. 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield now, along with the quarterback. That's Alge Henderson. 8 to snap here for the Bulls. They trail it by 4. 2:15 to go first half. Tight end King comes in motion, wide side to the left. It's a handoff to Henderson, and he's got a sliver of space to the 31-yard line, a gain of another 3 or so, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Devin Williams again on the stop. Roberson now 4 of his last 5 have been completions. 3rd down here, and it's a 2-minute timeout. So we'll take the timeout as well. 7-3, Minnesota leads it. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go, and that's a 3rd and 4 when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
A DWI will cost you about $10,000, and possibly so much more. That's a sobering reality. Drive sober. Drive smart.
Extra enforcement now on Minnesota roads. A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Anything can happen when you say I'm in to a scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery. Besides cash prizes, some scratch games offer a second chance, so even non-winning tickets can win. Since this is probably music to your ears, we'll say it again, in a song. Besides cash prizes, some scratch games offer a second chance, so even non-winning tickets can win. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Golden Gopher football is back on Saturday, September 6th for a matchup against Northwestern State. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
We are gathered here to... what's with the blanket?
Oh, it's my Securian blanket. It's an unsubtle metaphor for the security I feel knowing I have smart insurance and retirement solutions from Securian Financial.
I see. And sir, do you also trust Securian Financial with your insurance and retirement solutions?
I do.
Prepare for your future. Talk to your employer, affinity group, or a financial professional to get started. Learn more at Securian.com. Insurance issued by subsidiary companies. Securian Financial Services. Member FINRA.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources, Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Ordway Center, celebrating 25 years of supporting the Flint Hills Family Festival. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Hey, if you love taking your family to a Gopher game, how about getting 4 discounted tickets, 4 soft drinks, 4 mix-and-match popcorn and candy, and $5 off your next $50 purchase at Cub. Log on to gophersports.com/tickets for complete details on the Cub Family 4-pack, and we'll see you on campus soon. So, interesting time here for the Gophers. They lead at 7-3. It seems like they've been in control most of this half, but Buffalo has a 3rd and 4 from the Minnesota 32, down by 4. They're in fringe field goal range for their transfer kicker, Jack Howes, but they'd like to get more here before halftime. Shelton is the running back now. Next to the quarterback, Roberson.
And I'm Buffalo. I take a shot right here. 3rd down and manageable. Take a shot.
Gophers with 2 linebackers here. They've got Kerry Brown in the slot. Two receivers right, that's the boundary side. It is a straight handoff to Shelton, hit right near the point of attack. Got one, and it'll be 4th and 3, tackled right at the 30. And Devin Eastern has his nose right in the middle of that one as well. Jalen Logan Redding also with some help there, and you can tell those guys got a little rest while those other 4 were in, and they were ready to defend on that one.
Pretty surprising play call to hand the ball off when it's 3rd down and 5 and you're going in. Thought that made it a great opportunity, at least have a run-pass option for Roberson on that play to try to pick up the 1st down.
Field goal unit on Jack Howes. His career long's 49. This would be from 48. Out of the hold at Drennan. Spot of the ball right near the right hash. Snap back, spot down. The kick is up. Wobbly kick, and he jerked it left. Didn't even hit the net. It was wide left. So the Gopher defense holds a missed field goal. And with 1:17 to go in this first half and a 4-point lead, 2 timeouts, how aggressive, Darrell Thompson, do you think P.J. Fleck will be here?
I think aggressive. I think it's time to be aggressive and give Drake a chance. Only the passes that have been dropped, those aren't his fault. He's missed a couple balls, but I think he's done a really good job of managing this game. He deserves to have an opportunity to go down the field and put some points on the board.
You mentioned Gophers with 2 timeouts in 1:17. Denneberg, the transfer kicker's career long, 2 years at Syracuse. 45, so he has not been, frankly, great outside of 40 yards in his career. In fact, career numbers, and the Gophers are going to set up in their pistol formation. 2 receivers wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field, including Logan Loya. Out of the pistol, and it's a pass situation. Quick hitting pass. Loya's got it, turns it up at the 35, gets out to the 39, and a gain of 8 yards on 1st down. Clock winds, Gophers up 4. 1:05 to go, and now we get to see Drake Lindsay, a redshirt freshman, run some 2-minute drill here.
Exactly. That's great practice.
3 receivers left. Straight drop. Lindsay again fires into traffic, and it's incomplete. Tried to find the tight end. Gears backpedaling in Buffalo territory. Savion Brown was there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic there. And
I even like that, Mike, because he threw it on his back shoulder. I mean, he threw that ball where it needed to be thrown, where only really Gears is going to be able to catch it.
And it was incomplete, so now it's 3rd and 2. The window was tight, and it just closed at the last minute. 3 receivers wide left, 56 seconds to go in the half. And it will be a handoff to Taylor. Turns it up, has the 1st down. Nifty move out across the 45. The clock will stop for the moment while they get the stick set, and then we'll start again when the ball's ready for play. 51 seconds to go from their own 47-yard line. Taylor stays in. The clock now winds. 48 seconds and counting, and Lindsay wants to throw. Good protection. Fires near sideline and tipped away at the last minute. Good defensive play out there by Jalen McNair, the intended target, Javon Tracy. That will let everyone catch their breath for a minute on now what will be a 2nd and 10 play.
Yeah, that was great. Actually, it was a pretty nice pass by Lindsay on that play, but even a better play by the defense back on that play to knock that ball down. Would have got up pretty nicely into the Buffalo Bulls field if we would have been able to catch that ball.
I think they're about 30 yards probably or so, roughly 30 from being in field goal range here in what you feel is a good opportunity. So still some time. And still 2 timeouts. Lindsay to throw. Blitz comes. It's picked up. Throws over the middle. Brockington has it. And then he takes a knee at the 37-yard line. And now they're getting close.
And we do have 2 timeouts. Look like we're not going to take it. We're going to continue.
Yeah, the clock will stop for the Sticks. A 16-yard pickup. Brockington on a good catch. And boy, Lindsay's finding his open guys. And now here is another play over the middle and a back shoulder throw. And flag comes out. It's incomplete. Intended target was Gears. And maybe a little handsy there for Savion Brown. It will be a 15-yard penalty and move it a little closer here for the Golden Gophers with half a minute to go.
Yeah, plenty of time. 30 seconds and that defensive...
Pass interference. Defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
That's similar to the call that we won a little bit earlier in the game. Yeah.
Savion Brown, the nickelback, he was a linebacker. We talked about that position where he is a little bigger than a normal safety, a little smaller than a normal linebacker. We see that. That's where Kerry Brown's kind of playing. So 15-yard penalty moves it to the 23. And now there is a timeout. Did PJ? No, Buffalo needs to regroup. So Buffalo takes the timeout. and we will keep it here. Are you looking for a great career that offers training and opportunities to advance? Well, visit careers.marsden.com to see all the current openings. So the situation is this: the Gophers at the 23-yard line. They are in field goal range, but would love to punch one in here, leading 7-3, 30 seconds to go. And Lindsay has been good on this drive. Drew the penalty there on Savion Brown. Tanner Hoops is standing by. Tanner, give us a preview of what you got coming up here at the half.
Yeah, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. A few other Big Ten teams are kicking off their 2025 seasons tonight. We've got a major upset amongst the top 25, and we'll hear from head cross-country coach Sarah Hopkins. All that more coming up during the halftime show. Plus, we'll take a listen to how the first half sounded in this one of the Gopher Sports Network.
All right, very good. Tanner Hoops will have the halftime show here coming up. Beautiful night for football. There'll be cross-country tomorrow, and then next month, the big one, the Roy Griak. We'll hear all about that at halftime. 1st and 10 here, Minnesota from the 23. 30 seconds to go in the half. Gophers leading by 4. Lindsay with Taylor next to him. Drake wants to throw, does, toward the end zone, single coverage, and he overshot everybody. Brockington there. Good coverage out there. I believe that was Bradley. Keontae Bradley, the Arizona State transfer, step for step. I like the shot, though, there, DT. And as you have mentioned a couple of times, that was not going to be caught by the defense.
No, it wasn't. You're throwing it away from him. And like Lemecki might want to try to work farther inside to have more space, but still great coverage and a good ball by Lindsay on that play.
Let's see what the Gophers want to do here. With 2 timeouts now, you could run if you think you'd pop something here. You get something inside the 15. They're going to throw. Lindsay does. Fires. It's caught by Tracy. Puts on a move at the 15. Breaks out of that tackle and gets out of bounds to stop the clock at the 14. Good job there by Javon Tracy. Bridges in coverage. Tracy, as mentioned, a year ago, first team All-MAC. His brother's Tyrone Tracy, DT, we remember him, started his career at Iowa as a receiver.
Oh, yeah.
Then transferred to Purdue because they're pass happy. They moved him to running back. And now he's John Michael Schmidt's teammate as a running back for the New York Giants.
Yeah.
And that's his little brother, Tyrone's little brother, Javon, who makes the catch there. So the Gophers got to hurry, 10 to snap, and it's 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 out of the pistol. And it's a straight handoff to Darius Taylor, has the first down, gets inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, and PJ will bang his second time out there. He'll have 1 left and 13 seconds to go. And I think PJ is going to ask for a couple more seconds to be put on the clock. Because honestly, once that play's set, the clock should immediately stop to move the sticks.
Well, he's lobbying for it. Looks like they're going to take a look at it.
So PJ will have 1 timeout. That's a 30-second timeout. He's still asking. I think, JG, are you near there? Or is he just asking for more time?
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. He had to run basically 5 yards onto the field to get that timeout. As we've talked about all evening, he hasn't exactly loved some of the things that have been going on down here.
Well, and honestly, and they do add 2 seconds, so his argument's 1. And the deal is, administratively, once that play's dead, it's a first down. The clock's supposed to stop immediately anyway to get the stick set in place. They shouldn't have to wait for the head coach to call the timeout. Without the timeout, the clock eventually starts, but immediately that should be stopped to move the sticks.
Like you talked about, Mike, we got a whole bunch of games going on, so this crew probably has not had an opportunity to work together, so maybe the communication isn't as good as it normally would be.
As you said, it's the first night for everybody as well. Jalen Smith in, Tracy in. Let's see what the Gophers have. 15 to play. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Lindsay looks right, looks left, throws in the end zone. Uh-oh, in traffic, and it should have been intercepted. Lucky for Minnesota, the ball was flat out dropped by the defender out there, and that was Miles Greer.
Well, that was one pass that Drake is going to want back that he did get back, so it's a nice opportunity for him. He wanted to maybe throw that ball out in the flat to the H-back instead of in the end zone in that traffic.
Yeah, that should have been an interception. Jalen Smith was the intended target, but that hit the defender Greer right in the hands.
Sure did.
So 2nd and goal, probably the last attempt from scrimmage here. If they don't make it here, you're likely going to kick a field goal, I would think. Gophers lead it here by 4. Snap back, and now it's Lindsay. Looking right, pressure comes. Uh-oh, sacked, and now PJ has to take the last time out, and that is all the way back to the 23-yard line. So that makes it from a short field goal attempt to a long field goal attempt. And And somehow Drake Lindsey's got to figure out how to get rid of that ball, and he knows it. He's clapping his hands, mad at himself coming off the field there.
Learning experience. He hasn't played that, but really hasn't played hardly at all, just mop-up duty. But, that bad pass and this taking a sack here, this is kind of part of the growing process we knew that we're going to go through, Mike.
White and Stewart combined on the sack. Watching some replays here, there was really nobody open. Good coverage there. But once he felt the pressure, he tried to go left, and then White was right there. Really, I don't think Lindsey had much. There weren't many options to escape there. I don't know if you can hang that. Sometimes you just get sacked, and I think that's what happened.
That's true. Yep, hang on, got to eat it.
So Brady Denneberg will come on to kick what will be a 37-yard field goal. It could have been on just a straight incomplete, maybe a 26 or so yard field goal. Minnesota leads it 7-3, 6 seconds to go here in this first half. Spot of the ball just inside that right hash. Syracuse transfer, snap back, spot down, kick is up, it's on the way, and it is good. He tucked it inside that right upright, and the Gophers get the field goal and lead now by a touchdown, 7-3. So good job, a minute 17 to start that drive, DT, some key completions. They got an interference call to help them out, and they end up with points on the board.
Well, points on the board, and also just an opportunity for you could go down there and just kneel and say we're going to take it and just go in at half, but they give their quarterback an opportunity. Young, got to learn, had some great plays and had some plays he'd like back, and I think I'll take 3 points out of this drive.
With that Gopher field goal, Old Dutch proudly donates $250 to the Golden Gopher Fund. Old Dutch Foods is proud to be a longtime supporter of the Gophers and the University of Minnesota. Old Dutch Foods, alumni-owned, Minnesota-made quality snacks since 1934. An 11-play, 50-yard drive. It covered 115. The drive summary sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives this season, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. 10-3 Gophers lead. 2 seconds to go in the half. Likely going to see a squibber here, I would think. Maybe they'll send one out the back of the end zone. Gopher fans, turn to the experts at CenterPoint Energy for high-efficiency natural gas equipment rebates for your home and business. See why using natural gas is better for the budget and the environment. For more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/save energy. Denneberg approaches the ball, and he will squib it down the center of the field, bouncing high, and it's caught high, and that is Greer at the center of the field. He fumbled the football, but unfortunately there'll be no time left, as I think Minnesota got on it, but there will be no untimed down. With this, the Gophers will go to the locker room, leading by 7, 10-3. Time to hear from head coach P.J. Fleck here at half, brought to you by alumni-owned Sunbelt Business Advisors, part of the True North family of companies. Sunbelt serves business owners as Minnesota's largest seller of companies. JG, be seen from your quarterback.
Let's not forget he's a redshirt freshman. Made some great throws. We dropped a few balls. I think he's managed the game really well. He's got poise in the pocket. Just can't take a sack on that last one over there. But these are things, every time he does something, he's going to do it for the first time, and he's going to grow and learn. And that's what we're willing to do and continue to invest, because he's a really good player.
How do you feel defensively?
I think the guys are playing really, really hard. Playing swarm defense. We're identifying what they're doing. Our guys are doing a great job communicating. We have 3 drives that should end in points if we don't come away with anything. There's some freaky things happening right now. So just got to settle them down, start the first 4 minutes of the second half in a positive way.
There's the head coach, P.J. Fleck. Grimmer, back up to you. All right, thank you, JG. That's sponsored by True North, alumni-owned Sunbelt. Should be on your team roster if you're buying or selling a business. Get your Sunbelt no-cost confidential business valuation today. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com. Our score again, Minnesota 10 and Buffalo 3. When we come back, Tanner Hoops will have the halftime show. It's sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Wouldn't it be great if every time you bought a cup of Holiday coffee, you got credit toward a free cup? And wouldn't it be great if that worked on other stuff at Holiday too? Well, join the club. Holiday Rewards. It's so easy. Just enter your phone number at checkout and you're in the club. We'll track your purchases toward free fountain drinks, coffee, cookies, sandwiches, hot dogs, and more. So don't forget to enter your phone number at checkout to join the club. Holiday Rewards. Here for you at Holiday. Restrictions apply. See store for details. Hey Gopher fans, Minnesota-made and Gopher alumni-owned Old Dutch Foods has been crafting quality snacks for loyal fans throughout the upper Midwest since 1934. Like their newest flavors, cheddar cheese and hot buffalo pretzel pieces, creamy queso blanco, and black bean and corn salsa. Find Old Dutch in the Gopher Garden before select home games sampling their latest flavors, or stop by your local store and pick them up today. Old Dutch, family-owned quality snacks since 1934.
Crispy, crunchy, light and snappy, Old Dutch potato chips.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Gopher fans know it takes experience and toughness to win the big games. The same is true in a court of law. That's why you want the Know Your Rights personal injury lawyers at Sieben Carey on your team. Sieben Carey's award-winning attorneys and top-level staff have earned Minnesota's best law firm ranking from U.S. News every year since 2010. If you are hurt on the road, at work, or anywhere else, visit Sieben Carey at knowyourrights.com. Sieben Carey, accident lawyers who win.
Midland Hills Country Club is well known as one of the finest golf clubs in the Twin Cities. The club has completely renovated its classic Seth Rayner-designed course back to its original design. Enjoy a meticulously maintained course in a newly renovated ballroom and patio accommodating up to 300 guests in smaller breakout rooms, along with an executive boardroom overlooking the beautiful course. The club offers a great golf experience in a comfortable social atmosphere and is conveniently located just 10 minutes from either downtown. Visit MidlandHillsCC.org.
1, 2, 3. This is the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Toyota on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Also brought to you by Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. And by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward.
It is the Golden Gopher Halftime Show, brought to you by Toyota. Tanner Hoops with you, 10-3. Gophers on top of Buffalo at the break. Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Cup Foods, the official grocer of Golden Gopher Athletics. One Big Ten game has gone final tonight. Rutgers in Ohio tied at 31 after 3 quarters. The Scarlet Knights drove into the red zone their first possession of quarter 4, held to a field goal. That turned out to be enough. They win 34-31 to start the season 1-0. Few other games have gone final out of conference, including a top 25 upset. It was all South Florida tonight. They take down number 25 Boise State 34-7. Bowling Green 26-7 winners over Lafayette. Other scores, games in progress. Wisconsin is a 3-0 lead on Miami, Ohio. They just started the second quarter from Camp Randall. Nebraska trailing Cincinnati 3-0 after 1 quarter at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Other games in progress. Not much went right for Oklahoma State last season. Started the year 3-0. Heisman expectations for Ollie Gordon, and then lost all 9 conference games. Off to a good start in their 2025.
Second down, let's call it 8 at the UT Martin 10. Haney fakes a handoff, throws it in the right flat, caught by Freeman. Freeman around the corner to the 5 and into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Gavin Freeman.
Right now, 20-7, the Cowboys up on Tennessee Martin with 3 minutes left in the third quarter there. Elsewhere, Mizzou having no issues with Central Arkansas. They lead 33-0, 5:02 to go in the third quarter of that game. Other scores, non-conference action. Wyoming a 3-0 lead at Akron, 8:45 to go in regulation of that game. North Carolina State up 24-14 on East Carolina, 13:04 to go in regulation. Delaware 35-17 lead on Delaware State, 6:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Louisiana Monroe a 7-0 lead on St. Francis, 6:25 to go in the first half. Duke up 24-10 on Elon, 3 quarters in the books. And Stephen F. Austin trailing Houston 17-0 at halftime. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. And that is brought to you by Cub, the official grocer of Golden Gopher Athletics. Our score here, Minnesota leading Buffalo 10-3 at the break. We'll take a break, we'll come back, and we will hear from head cross-country coach Sarah Hopkins. All that more as we count down to half number 2. Minnesota leading 10-3. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
10 miles an hour over the speed limit. 15 over. 20 over. It just might put you 6 feet under.
A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Labor Day's no time to be running all over town. One trip to Cub and you're set for the long weekend. Brats? Got 'em. Sweet corn? You betcha. Chips, dips, buns, and pop? Oh yeah! And the deals? You'll find them all over the store. Like Cub 80% lean ground beef on sale for just $3.99 a pound with MyCub Rewards. So grab what you need, kick back, and call it Labor Less Day. Cub, your one-stop shop. See store for details.
Gopher football ticket plus Yeti packages are available now. Get your game ticket plus an exclusive 20-ounce Gopher branded Yeti all in one ticket package. Get yours now at gophersports.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Hey, honey, the battery light on my dash lit up. I think I'll take it to a shop today.
Really? I can take care of that.
Are you sure?
Of course. Okay, got my battery. Let's just drop it in and...
Are you okay out there?
I think so.
Should my car be smoking like that?
Some things are better left to the professional. When you need your vehicle fixed, trust your local repair facility. And when you need a battery, trust FVP. Visit FVPparts.com for an installer near you.
Golden Gopher athletes need optimum nutrition to be at their best. Did you know that a grass-fed Thousand Hills Lifetime Graze burger has 3 times the omega-3s than a conventionally raised burger? The Thousand Hills burger is also higher in important phytonutrients known for their anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic, antioxidant, and neuroprotective effects. That's why Thousand Hills Lifetime Graze grass-fed beef is essential protein for all Golden Gopher athletes. Thousand Hills, the elite meat for the athlete in you. Find at your local food co-op or ask your grocer.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime here at Huntington Bank Stadium, Minnesota, leading Buffalo 10-3. Tanner Hoops with you on the Toyota Halftime Show. Joined by Sarah Hopkins, the cross-country coach for both the men's and women's teams here at the University of Minnesota. First of all, great to have you here. Season starts for your teams tomorrow. Looking forward to that, I'm sure, but I know as much as you want to take this and enjoy the beautiful night and the great game we got so far, you're just itching for that opportunity to get out there, and tomorrow night can't come soon enough.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun to be here. We've got some recruits, and we got our team out here for a little bit, but they're probably all leaving at the half to go home and get some rest. But yeah, we have our Rust Buster season opener tomorrow, and a good chance to see where the teams are at before the bigger meets come down the road.
Give us a preview of kind of what you're expecting from your teams. The women enter ranked number 18.
Yeah, we had a great last fall with the women. We got 18th at nationals, and we lost 3 of our top 7. So to come in ranked 18th again, I think shows a lot of respect for the program and some young kids that are ready to step up. And I think people around the country are seeing sort of the younger group we have that are ready to take those roles. And the men, I think, are really ready to make a huge step. The depth has gotten a lot better on the men's side. We've got a lot of really good young talent that's coming out of redshirt years. And so I think the men are really itching to have a year like the women had last year, where they kind of come out of a little bit of a slump and really make a big name for themselves to try to make it back to the national championship.
Tell us about the Big Ten. Who's going to be some of the contenders there, and where do your teams fall in?
Yeah, the new Big Ten obviously has hit all of us in different ways, but in cross country, certainly Oregon and Washington were tough ads. Good and competitive, obviously, but always ranked in the top 5 to 10 in the country. And so on both men's and women's sides, those two are powerhouses, but the conference has always been really, really strong. I think last year there was 9 Big Ten teams at the national championships of 31. So, almost a third of the field is from the conference. So it's always a really good test, but it's great to go into that meet. The athletes know what it means, and there's a lot of pride in competing well at the Big Ten meet. And I think on the women's side, the goal is always to finish as high as we can, but this year probably in the 4th to 8th place range. And I think the guys would love the same type of finish. And maybe that doesn't sound super impressive, but in a field like that, that's usually a national caliber program.
What does the preseason look like for your squads gearing up for tomorrow?
Yeah, so we just got back from Ely, Minnesota. We go up to training camp up in Ely, which is awesome. We go up to Camp Voyager up there. Shout out to Camp Voyager. And so we've been going up there. I've been up there for 24 years as a student athlete and a coach, and it's a great chance to get to the Northwoods. Cell phones don't work very well. Lots of gravel roads to run on, and a great opportunity for the freshmen to come in and just get to know the upperclassmen without all the hubbub of campus. And so yeah, it's been a great preseason so far. We had some great workouts up there. Actually pretty cold temperatures, kind of like it was down in the cities, but even more. There was a frost warning one night, but for distance runners, that's a great training camp.
I know you don't want to look too far past tomorrow night, but of course the big one is the Roy Griak coming up here in a couple of weeks. Tell us what we need to know about that.
Yeah, the Griak is such a historic race, and Roy, it's named after a great coach that coached here for a long time, and so we really want that meet to go well always on home turf. It's our biggest home meet we host, and every year there's a couple of national caliber type teams that come in, and so it's a good challenge for us, but it's also a good just stepping stone. And so I talk about the races being midterms, and Griak is kind of our first midterm, so it's important, but it's also not the be-all end-all. It's not the final, and so I think that's just a good step for us from this first race to that one. Distance running involves a lot of training, and so to have a 3-week training block between our first race and then the Griak is really important for us to just get some good miles in, get some great workouts in, and feel really prepared come Griak to take it on. The women won last year, which was really fun to get back to a winning team there, and hopefully we can have a shot to do that again, and same with the men, and then build into some bigger races going into October.
All right, very good. That's Sarah Hopkins, the head cross-country coach here at the U of M. Best of luck tomorrow night. No season long.
Thanks, Tanner. Appreciate your time.
We'll take a break. More in our halftime show after this. This is Goalie Gopher Football from Learfield.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
You can guarantee yourself a Minnesota maroon and gold win when you sell your business with Sunbelt Business Advisors. Sunbelt is a local alumni-owned company and proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Sunbelt provides business owner brokerage services to small businesses as well as mergers and acquisition services for companies up to $150 million in revenue. Are you thinking about selling? Sunbelt can help you make the most from your life's work. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com for a free confidential value range. Minnesota's largest seller of companies. sunbeltminnesota.com.
Gopher fans, check out the spot for Gopher Weekly with PJ Flack. The Tipsy Steer in High Pines in Roseville is a great place to watch the games with a large outdoor space to eat, drink, and hang out with your friends. Check this place out. Locally owned refreshing beverages and food sourced from area farmers, serving on menu favorites like bacon lollipops and armadillo eggs. The sassy menu also features brick oven pizzas and acclaimed burgers. Tipsy Steer in High Pines in Roseville, County Road C and Snelling in Roseville, or online at tipsysteer.com. Go Gophers!
It is the Toyota Halftime Show. Minnesota leading Buffalo 10-3. Tanner Hoops with you. It's time for today's game summary. Here is how it sounded the first half on the Gopher Sports Network. Minnesota got a passing touchdown from Drake Lindsay early in the second quarter. No score after one, but Drake Lindsay wasted no time in quarter number two. Issues. I tell you what, Minnesota was able to get that touchdown early on in quarter number two. Drake Lindsay, that touchdown pass to Jameson Gears for 9 yards early in the second quarter. Buffalo was able to cut the lead to 4 with a field goal at the 8:01 mark in quarter number two. Minnesota, though, good little 2-minute drill toward the end of the first half, got down the field, and in the final minute, Brady Denneberg, the Syracuse transfer, a 38-yard field goal to give Minnesota a 10-3 lead. That is your first half summary here from Minneapolis. I tell you, we are just about set for half number two. The two teams starting to slowly trickle onto the field as we get set for quarter number three. It's a 10-3 Minnesota lead as we hit the break. We will take a break. We'll come back and we will get you set for half number two. Third quarter coming up after this. Mike Grimm, Daryl Thompson will have the call, and this is Goalie Gopher Football from Learfield.
Whether you're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul, but who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Spring cleaning is as easy as buy, fill, gone with a Bagster bag from Waste Management. Clear the clutter and ditch your debris. Bagster bags are the flexible option for big cleanups, and we mean flexible. The Bagster folds neatly when not in use, yet holds 3,000 pounds of waste and debris. Buy from a retailer today, fill it, and easily schedule pickup when your projects are complete. To learn more, visit thebagster.com.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Welcome back to Huntington Bank Stadium. Mike Grimm and Daryl Thompson with you. We are through halftime. Minnesota leading 10-3. They get a field goal right before half. And, you know, we heard head coach P.J. Fleck talk about Drake Lindsey and what he's done. He made a couple of mistakes on that last drive, but when it's all said and done, they had the ball in their own territory, a minute 17 to go, 2 timeouts, and he got points on the board.
No, I love it. I think it was great. I'll give Coach Fleck and the offensive coaching staff credit, too. In the past, that might have been, we're just going to kneel. We're going at half to say, you know what? We're going to have Drake an opportunity to go on the field, work on his game. Yeah, he made, 1 or 2 errors, but for the most part, did a tremendous job getting the ball down the field.
He started like a house of fire, 8 of 11. He's now 11 of 21, but as Fleck also mentioned, there were some drops. There were some, the fluky interception where we're still not sure totally what happened. We do know Gears got knocked down, but was that part of just engagement close enough to the line of scrimmage potentially that it's illegal to do? And, and if that's the case, then it's just bad luck. You hope your tight end can fight that off and stay up, but he got knocked down. And then as he's falling, it hits his ankle 2 feet off the ground and bounces right up to a defender.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we're looking at probably 10-0
that interception. You say that was a fumble off the ankle of the tight end.
The one throw that probably he'd like to have back was the one in the end zone that probably should have been intercepted, and he caught a break that it wasn't. But they end up getting points out of it. So 11 of 21 in that first half, 133 yards and a touchdown. And now Coy Parrish is deep and ready to return a kick here from Jack Howes, the transfer kicker. Total yards in that first half, Minnesota total yards 193 and Buffalo 66. Most of that yardage, though, came late in the half. They were they were still in the negative category into that second half, or into that second quarter. The other interesting play on that was the tight end quarterback sneak that came up short. You could get points there on a field goal. If you convert the 1 yard, you get a point. Here's a short kick, and it comes down 2 gears at the 25-yard line, and he will stop forward to about the 30. So pretty good field position as it comes down near side, and Jamison Gears' first kick return of his career, and that's about 6 yards. And Minnesota will have it first down from the 30, and we'll get half number 2 of Drake Lindsey as a starter. Had a touchdown in that first half to the aforementioned Gears.
And he will evolve. Just watching him grow in that first half, I'm sure he's going to play better in the second half and even better next week. Just been a lot of good things that's happened. We just have to give him a little bit more time and some patience.
Touchdown here would be big to go up 17-3 early. 2 receivers wide to the right. Tracy, Smith, and Loya are the receivers. In motion goes a tight end Bibber. Play action. Lindsey wants to throw. Fires over the middle. Has a man alone. It's Tracy, and he's at midfield. And again, he's still spinning forward. He breaks free. He's to the 40 and tackled from behind at the 35. Thought he was going to go down. He said no and just kept on trucking and brought down at the 32-yard line a 35-yard gain. And boy, Lindsey whistled another strike into his receiver.
Absolutely did. A great job by the offensive line, giving him time. That was like his third or fourth option on the right. I'm not sure, but all Tracy doing a great job of fighting at the end of that play to fight free and get an extra 18 or 19 yards.
Drake wants to throw again. Plenty of time. Fires over the middle. Caught Loya. 10-yard gain to the 25-yard line. Move the sticks. In coverage, Solomon Brown, the former Gopher. So here's an interesting little nugget just accidentally kind of stumbled upon. The 2019 Penn State game. We all talk about that great game, right? The place is going nuclear. Probably PJ Fleck's biggest regular season win, maybe biggest win overall. Right. There are 3 guys in uniform tonight that were in uniform that day. 2 of them play for Buffalo. How about that? Solomon Brown, okay, was a Gopher. Now he plays for Buffalo. I remember that. And the quarterback, Taquan Roberson, was a true freshman on that Penn State team at that time. And, of course, Derek LeCaptain for the Gophers. Here is a handoff on first down, and it goes to Darius Taylor, and he is swarmed over. It's Brown. How many years ago was that? That was 2019, 6 years ago. Those 3 players are all 7th-year guys. Solomon Brown's in his 7th year. Derek LeCaptain here locally in his 7th year out of Gardner, Wisconsin. And the quarterback for Buffalo, he was 3 years at Penn State, 2 years at UConn, a year at K-State, and now he's at Buffalo in year number 7. Not quite into Parker Fox territory, 8 years, but 7 years for those 3 players.
Maybe he'll be around another year.
Could be. Yeah. Could be. Under center, Lindsey. Play action on 2nd and 11. Here's a little screen to Taylor. Gets a block. Turns it up. Puts a stutter step at the 20 and has a first down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Brought down by Marquise Cooper, but a good design play. And now 6 different receivers with the catch.
Nice job with the play action there with Drake, Lindsey, and the offensive line. You kind of got to bait him and pull him away, and then Darius is able to kind of find that little lane that you need to find when you're that the tailback in the screenplay right there to make yourself visible. And does a nice job of running with the ball after the catch, of course.
Lindsey's 3 for 3 on this drive. I like what Greg Harbaugh has done coming out of halftime here. Put the ball in the redshirt freshman's hands. Cam Davis now in at running back. Single running back. Under center is Lindsey. 3 to snap. Going to have to hurry. He does get it off, and it's a straight handoff to Davis. Breaks 1 tackle and stutter steps forward to the 11. A gain of about 3. Devin Morgan, defensive tackle on the stop. Cam Davis, an interesting story. Transfer from Washington. He's in his 6th year as well. 2 years ago, in 2022, he had a huge year and then injured in 2023, played sparingly coming off the injury last year, and now has transferred. And he was a big-time recruit out of California to go to Washington, and just a great person as well. So he picks up 3 there. Offset eye on 2nd and 7 from the 11. Minnesota leading 10-3. Lindsey to throw. Looking right, now comes back left. High throw, incomplete. Intended for Bierman off his fingertips. Would have likely been no gain or a potential loss there, but he went through the progressions, and that was the guy that he had to throw to, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not very much there on that play, but a nice job of throwing down to his final opportunity over there. Would have been nice to catch it, but I don't think there was going to be much to be gained. But 3rd down and 7. Let's see what Greg Harbaugh has dialed up here to try to pick up a first down, potentially a touchdown.
Gophers lead by a touchdown, 10-3. They'd love to get a touchdown here, but points of any kind would certainly be good to start the half. 11:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Davis stays in it, running back, slotted to the left. Bibber goes in motion now, and Lindsey to throw. Fires toward the end zone, and it's too tall. He had a man coming open. That was Jalen Smith, and he just overshot everybody, and the field goal unit will come on to kick a field goal. That was just a misfire, I think, that time.
I think either that or sometimes you get caught in between. You think you see kind of like 2 opportunities, or maybe you want to just kind of put your foot down and throw that to that underneath receiver, and that one didn't quite work out, so it just kind of sailed. But I guess I'd rather have it sail out of bounds and into the hand of a defender. Yeah,
closest guy was a defender, so it was not caught. So this will be a 29-yard attempt. Spotted the ball near the center of the field. The holder is the punter, Tom Weston. Denneberg 1 for 1. Snap back, spot down, kick is up, and it is good. And the Gophers do get points in the opening drive, so they double dip a bit. They get a field goal right before halftime, a field goal right after halftime. 6 total on those 2 drives, and the Gophers take a 10-point lead at 13-3. And with that field goal, Old Dutch proudly donates $250 to the Golden Gopher Fund. Old Dutch Foods is proud to be a longtime supporter of Gopher Athletics and the University of Minnesota. Old Dutch Foods, alumni-owned, Minnesota-made, quality snacks since 1934. Scoring drive, 8 plays, 59 yards. Lindsey was 3 for 5 for 57 yards passing, and it's 3:18 off the clock. The drive summary sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives all season long, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
The University of Minnesota is excited to celebrate the 13th annual Celebrate Ag and Food Day when the Gophers host Rutgers on September 27th. Both during the broadcast on the Gopher Radio Network and inside Huntington Bank Stadium, the University of Minnesota College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences and the Gophers are thrilled to celebrate the agriculture and food industries that have long been the backbone of our state. The Gophers would like to thank presenting sponsors CHS, Compeer Financial, Undeniably Dairy, and banks for their continued support.
Kohl's Labor Day sale is here. Sure, it's hard to admit summer's ending, but with $10 off $25 spent at Kohl's, you can stop living in denial and start living in cute cardigans. Yep, we're back to wearing layers. So welcome fall with savings on jeans, tees, candles, and comfy bedding. And earn Kohl's cash all weekend. Trust me, your future cozy self will thank you. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer in September 1st. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Domino's Mix and Match menu has items for every occasion. Order 2 or more items for $6.99 each. Ask for this offer 2-item minimum. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Bone and wings, bread bowl pasta, and pan pizza will cost extra. Local stores set delivery fees and may charge extra for some menu items, crust types, toppings, and sauces.
At RBC Wealth Management, helping the communities where we live and work is at the heart of what we do. That's why we're proud to partner with Gopher Sports on Goldie's Family. At every Gopher home game, Goldie's Family gives a family staying at the Ronald McDonald House an exclusive game day experience. By supporting our youth and their families, RBC Wealth Management strives to make tomorrow better for everyone in our communities. RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, SIPC.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family-owned and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities. Proud supporter of Golden Gopher football. Visit the webpage at washburnmccreevy.com. Kick sails out of the end zone. Touchback. Denneberg sends it out the backside with the wind at his back. Minnesota gets points on the first drive, leading by 10 now, 13-3, and 11:39 to play in this third quarter. Joey Gerlach comes in at one of the linebacker spots, so 3 linebackers on the field this time. Gophers don't play that base 4-3 much, usually a 4-2-5, but they're in a 3 linebacker set now. Ajay Henderson, the running back. Here's a quick hitting pass near side caught by Gathings, and he works forward against Gerlach for a gain of about 8 to the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 2.
Does look like Taquan Robinson just starting to get a little bit more confidence, Mike, at the end of that second quarter. Started to have some passes and gain confidence with his leg, and it seemed to go into his arm. And starting here in the third quarter, out strong here, hitting that little route out in the flat.
74 total yards. Gophers have a couple of sacks. Danny Collins so far passing the test, right, as a defensive coordinator for the first time in his first game.
Yes, he is. 2nd and 2 here for the Bulls. Trailing by 10. Hand off. This is Henderson, and not much. Needed 2, and that's about what he got. Maybe got 3. Anthony Smith stood the stack up, but then there was a secondary push that got the first out to the 36. So move the sticks. 1st and 10, Bulls, and again, trailing by 10. Yeah, I think this is where the Buffs would like to be, or the Bulls. I'm calling the Buffs the Buffalo Bulls, but the Buffalo, this is where they want to be. They want to be the Bills. They want to be in a close game and have an opportunity here at the end. And if they can score on this drive, potentially a touchdown, they feel like they're doing what they need to do: hang around and beat a Big Ten team on the road.
From the 36, 1st and 10, Henderson the back in the backfield along with Shelton. And it's a straight drop by the quarterback. Wings it far side, and it's caught by Gathings again in front, make that snow, and that was in front of Aiden Gooseby. He's angled out of bounds at the 45, and a gain of 8 on first down. Back-to-back series or drives on this after first down. Set of downs, I guess, is the best way to describe it, where they pick up 8 on first down.
Yeah, Zaquan making sure he's not going to get beat from behind, gives up the underneath route there, but eventually going to have to step up and be a little bit more aggressive at the point of attack.
Kerry Brown playing the nickel here with a 2-linebacker set. Henderson the running back. Roberson the quarterback. Looking right, throws right, caught, and immediately hit, but it is a first down. Nestor on Gathings. Gathings has been the leading target here for Buffalo. He's got 3 catches, 17 yards. Snow also with 3 catches. First down, they move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the Minnesota, or make it from the Buffalo 49. They're just on their side of midfield. Buffalo head coach Pete Lembo did a nice job in year 1 last year. Got this team to 9 wins. They feel good about their team. Here's Henderson, a little bit of a sliver of space getting into Minnesota territory right behind his center, and a gain of about 4 before Maverick Baranowski hauls him down.
Yeah, and looks like Buffalo doing a nice job mixing up the run and the pass. Roberson doing a nice job with his arm so far in this drive. Then they hand the ball off inside to All-J Henderson, and he does a nice job picking up, making this a nice second down and manageable situation.
Nate Becker comes in at D tackle. Devin Eastern will get a breather here. Second down, and we'll call it 6 from the Minnesota 47-yard line. 8.5 to play third quarter. Gophers by 10. Here's that quick screen pass on the left side, and it's caught out of the backfield, and a good positive gainer there by Birch. Short of the first, but inside the 45. Kerry Brown read the play well and eventually ushered him out of bounds. But it'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, and likely 4-down territory here.
Nice speed right there. We couldn't quite set the edge like we want to. He's able to make this a nice 3rd down and manageable situation.
Birch had 9 catches last year, has a couple tonight. He now has a straight handoff, stood up, and he's going to be short. Maybe got a foot there. It'll be 4th down and 2. I said likely 4-down territory, and that's why they handed the ball off to see what they'd have, and they are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. They have not gone for it tonight on 4th down. Last year with a different quarterback on 4th down, they were 17 of 28, 61%. Devin Eastern, the big man, comes back in, and let's see what Pete Lembo and his offensive coordinator, Dave Patnode, have up their sleeve here. Henderson the back in the backfield on 4th and a short 2. It is a handoff to Henderson, and he has the first down. He needed 2, and he got 2.5 or 3 to the 40-yard line, and just hard hit right behind the center. He just did not mess around. No jitterbugging there. Just knew he needed 2, and he just got 2.
I tell you, his offensive line did a good job. They gave him just a little bit more than the line of scrimmage. Back did a nice job with his pad level, able to drive his legs and pick up that 1.5 yards on his own.
13-3, Minnesota leading. 7 minutes to go third quarter. Gophers got a field goal on the final drive of the first half, and then again the first drive of the second half. 6 points on the 2 drives. They were in close twice, but couldn't get the touchdown. And now they're going deep, near side, a man all alone, backpedaling, and it's a touchdown. That is Snow, who beat Zaquan Bryan deep, or was it Kerry Brown deep? It was Kerry Brown, the safety, who got beat to the corner, and that was an easy pitch and catch there. And just like that, it's back to now a 4-point game with the extra point pending and a 40-yard strike.
He beat him at the line of scrimmage with a little bit of a stutter step, and then became a foot race, and they actually was underthrown just a little bit on that play, but just a nice route and pitch and catch made it easy, and the Buffalo Bulls are right back in the game.
Yeah, you're right. That's why he was backpedaling at about the 10-yard line, waiting for that ball, almost like a center fielder, waiting on a fly ball. And he had beaten the man so bad that even with it underthrown, there was no play for the defender to make, and the kick is up, and it is good, and it's a 3-point game. So the Gophers get field goals, and Buffalo gets a touchdown that time. Each team with a touchdown. Gophers with 2 field goals, Buffalo with 1. 13-10 the score. We're in the third quarter. That was a long drive. 4:51, 75 yards. It covered 9 plays. 6:48 to play in the third, and the Gophers lead by 3. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. If you want greatness, you demand more. The Gophers know it. You know it, and Kloss knows it. Their machinery is built for farmers who were made for more, and that's exactly what every Kloss delivers. From combines and forage harvesters to tractors and hay tools, Kloss equipment leads the field in technology, service, and above all, performance, helping you dominate every field, every season. Are you made for more? Visit Kloss.com. That's CLAAS.com to learn more.
Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemont is celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that move us forward. For generations, the tall columns and bright lights have made Pine Bend a landmark seen for miles. As a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, Flint Hills also celebrates the workers and innovations that make Pine Bend one of the nation's most advanced refineries. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Marsden is a full-service building maintenance provider servicing Gopher Nation since 1952. Marsden has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $15 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. Marsden offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marsden.com or call 651-641-1717.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask the McGuire Agency in Roseville if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Is your child ready to shine as a Quick Trip official kickoff kid? Imagine your kid leading the charge at a Gopher football home game and kicking off the action in front of thousands of cheering fans. Simply download the Quick Rewards app, enter the fan zone, and sign up your child for the experience of a lifetime, only with Quick Trip. Welcome back. Meat Grinder here. Gophers up 3 as Buffalo went on a nice 75-yard drive. Gophers with 252 yards. Buffalo 141, 75 coming on that drive. Roberson 5 for 5. They get a score on a 40-yard pass play, and the lead is just 3 now for the Gophers at 13-10.
Exactly. Roberson just got him going with his arm on that drive. Then a couple, they picked up that fourth down conversion. Then they got Gary Brown got twisted up a little bit on that post corner route when that ball got underthrown, but still got in the end zone and keeping Buffalo right in this game.
Parrish stands at the goal line, center of the field, and the kicker Howes tees it up. See what he does here. He kicks it deep into that wind, and Parrish with that T formation, it lands 6 yards over his head, and it will be a touchback. So the Gophers get it from their own 25-yard line. We did not see Parrish on that opening drive on offense. He did play on the opening drive of the game. We think it's 5 or 6 offensive plays that he has played so far. It was a lot early, and he hasn't done much offensively since. Of course, he's been on defense and special teams, almost everything, especially in the return game. So now the Gopher offense feeling the pressure a little bit. This is exactly what you want if you're a MAC team, right? You stay close. You hold them on 4th and short in the first half to keep them off the board. You get a 4th and short to eventually little points. And so those little deals all of a sudden add up. And here you are with under 7 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah,
if you're Buffalo, you're going to take this spot, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Under center is Lindsey, and he wants to throw. The blitz comes. He fires underneath, caught by Bibber, had to come back for it, and a gain of about 9 on first down. The Purdue transfer, and a good job. He's an Illinois native. No, make it a Wisconsin native, I beg your pardon. Cedarburg, Wisconsin. His girlfriend played at Purdue last year on the volleyball team. They both transferred here. She plays volleyball for the Gophers. He plays football for the Gophers.
Wow, that's working out well.
Yeah, that's
sticking together.
Yeah, that's good. You get an athlete on both teams. 2nd and short here now for the Gophers, and it is a handoff to Taylor, and he's got a seam. Lowers his shoulder, easy first down across the 40, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Greer finally brings him down, a gain of 12, and now Darius Taylor is up over 80 yards rushing here tonight.
And that last drive was important, Mike. This drive is even more important. We got 3 points in that last drive. They respond, get a touchdown. We need to get more than 3 points out of this drive. We can't settle for field goals.
The other thing you look at when it's a Big Ten against a MAC, do those big 300-plus pound offensive linemen eventually wear down the smaller MAC guys up front? That's been a long-time storyline in these kind of matchups. And this is about the time of game where maybe that can start setting in. If you're a Gopher fan, you're keeping your fingers crossed that that's the case. 1st and 10. Lindsey on a simple drop back, and Gears dropped the ball. Wouldn't have been much of a gain, but
still is tough. You talk about the back hip is a really difficult, like you're fighting your entire body to switch, get your shoulder like back behind and back underneath your bottom. That's a really difficult catch. Drake's got to get that ball out just a little bit more in front of Jamison to make it easier to catch that ball.
2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with the incomplete. 5:30 to go, 3rd quarter, and the Gophers leading by 3 here on Buffalo. From their own 47-yard line, Years goes in motion. Under center is Lindsey. 5 to snap. Now 3 to snap. They do snap it, and it's a straight handoff to Taylor. Long strides out left, gets into enemy territory, takes on a couple of hard hits, but gets a gain of 5 to the 49. Got pushed back all the way to his own 46, but it'll be 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and about 5.5.
That's what we need in this situation. Also need to figure out a way to pick up this 1st down, get across midfield, and get in the end zone, Mike. We've got this Buffalo team has some momentum offensively right now.
Yeah, and this Gopher team offensively has moved the ball. They're at 279 yards, and we still have 5 minutes to go in the 3rd, but they have had to settle for field goals, and then they had the turnover on downs, and even the opening possession, they had it cooking for a minute and then had that thwarted. Davis now the back on 3rd down on 3rd and along 5. Brockington goes in motion, straight drop, no play action for Lindsey. Has time, fires near side, and undershoots his man Jalen Smith, and it's 4th down, and Gophers are probably going to have to punt here from near midfield.
Yeah, I think this is probably a punting situation. Looks like they're thinking about it a little bit, but imagine this is punting situation.
Punting unit does come on. So the drop on the first set leaves you 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 6 or 5, and then the handoff gives you 5, and then an underthrow on 3rd down, and it forces the punt. So up and down, first night, right, opening night, that happens.
It does. Still puts a little pressure on the defense here.
It does now, yes. West in a high end-over-end kick near side. Snow calling for the fair catch. Ooh, and he catches it up high on the shoulder pad at about the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st down Bulls as they trail by 3 and a chance to take the lead. A 40-yard punt, no return, and we will take the timeout as well. In a hurry, don't worry. Cub delivers. Get fresh meat, produce, everyday essentials, and more delivered to your door. Cub is proud to support Gopher Athletics for over 20 years. For the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Hey Gophers, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Minnesota t-shirt. And most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Minnesota in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Some things are easier said than done, like packing your carry-on and getting everything to fit. Whew. Other things are easier done than said, like getting $350 cash back when you open a new TrueStone checking account, so you can bag back some cash back to stash in your backpack. Hard to say, but easy to do, because our digital switch kit makes setting up your new TrueStone checking account practically effortless. Easy and $350? It's true, because we're TrueStone. Open by December 31st, and within 60 days, set up a $5,000 direct deposit and e-statements. Membership required.
This is Mike Grimm. Are you in need of high-quality concrete for your project? Then look no further than AVR, your trusted concrete supplier. Whether it's a new driveway, a patio, or a parking lot, AVR has you covered. With the iconic red and white trucks delivering top product across the entire metro area. Visit avrconcrete.com. AVR, quality and service delivered. AVR, a McNamara company, and a proud sponsor of Golden Gopher football.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football.
47,774 the official attendance tonight. Welcome back. Gophers lead by 3. They're on defense here. Buffalo from its own 13-yard line. They have not had great starting field position most of the night, and the Gopher defense hoping to step up again here. Coy Parrish playing the deep safety spot right now. 13-10, Gophers leading. Roberson, the quarterback, out of the pistol. Hand off to Henderson, waiting, and Maverick Baranowski plugs the gap, getting some help from others, including Kerry Brown. And it's no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
How successful as Pat Node was, the offensive coordinator for Buffalo, on that last series, allowing Taquan Robertson to put the ball in the air. I would think he would want to continue with it, not hand the ball off on the inside where they haven't really had actually a lot of success rushing.
Gophers go with some extra linebackers here. Kingsbury and Carmo in, just 3 down linemen right now in a new look. Aljay Henderson, the running back. Carmo almost in a defensive end spot. Handoff Henderson, and he is swarmed over by Lawrence. May have lost half a yard. Rashawn Lawrence, the transfer from Stony Brook. And a good job there. He had a big year last year, 6th year, 1 year of eligibility out of Philadelphia, 6'2", 270. They say no gain, so 3rd and 10 here.
And nice job of Emmanuel Carmel coming off the edge to be able to clean that thing up from the backside as well, showing his speed and athleticism.
So a key 3rd down here. The Bulls are 1 of 8 on 3rd down. They did have a key 4th down conversion on the last drive. Shelton now the back in the backfield. Snow, their go-to man, goes in motion. He's slotted to the right. Back to throw. Roberson, pressure comes. Hit as he throws. It's caught, but short of the 1st down. Snow has it at the 19, and he's brought down there by Kerry Brown, and it will be 4th down and about 4.
Nice job on the back end with the defense, and then great to rally to the ball. Make sure you bring down the ball carrier, because at that position right there, he can make one person miss. He can pick up that 1st down and keep it alive for Buffalo.
Good job by Brown. Coy Parrish deep, stands at his own 37-yard line. They have not punted in his direction much. He's got a couple of fair catches. Dylan Drennan out of Dallas, Texas. They waited a long time to get the punt unit on. They better hustle here. There's 3 to snap, now 2 to snap. And I don't think they're going to get it off. They're going to have to take a penalty here. JG.
Well, we'll get the penalty here because it definitely was a delay of game.
I don't know what took the punt unit so long.
Delay of game. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So what I was going to say is, let's see if Coy Parrish doesn't try to force the issue here. I've just sensed a little bit of frustration from number 3 on, first of all, the touchdown that the Gopher defense just gave up. I know he was annoyed that the kickoff on the ensuing kickoff went over his head. You can just kind of tell, feels like they're playing keep away from him in a lot of different ways, and I'm just curious if he pushes the issue here.
Up 3. Let's see what he does here. Standing at his goal line now is Drennan. Snap his waist high, and he gets a punt away. High, spiraling, hanging punt, and he is going to have to call for a fair catch. He may have gotten some contact. Good field position for the Gophers. 47-yard line after a 40-yard punt, no return. Parrish talking a little bit with a couple of the Buffalo Bulls as he comes off the field. He is not shy to do that. Good job, though, by that Bulls punter, JG. Just kept him out of the mix there.
Yeah, he's frustrated. You can tell. I mean, he wants to make a play, right? And I bet he feels like he just hasn't had the opportunities tonight.
No doubt. His team, though, up 3. They've got good field position when we come back from their own 47. 2:16 to go, 3rd quarter. 13-10 maroon and gold. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our preferred hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard Minneapolis Downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Save money at the pump while helping Minnesota's economy and environment by fueling up with E15, also known as Unleaded 88. Unleaded 88 is a Minnesota-made renewable fuel that reduces emissions, lowers prices, and improves engine efficiency. Find one of over 500 Minnesota gas stations offering Unleaded 88 at mnfuels.com or download the Minnesota Biofuels Locator app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Minnesota Biofuels Association. Minnesota-grown energy for today and tomorrow.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
It's a long football season. As a fan, it takes dedication, it takes commitment, it takes sacrifice, it takes 100%. We wouldn't ask you to give anything less since Cheez-It is made with 100% real cheese. Football is here and we 100% want and need the cheesy, crunchy snack that keeps us coming back for more. Grab your friends and go after what you really want. A box of irresistible Cheez-It crackers. The perfect snack while you cheer on your favorite team. Want it, need it, Cheez-It.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Minnesota Zoo now span 30 years and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Maroon and gold back on the field, leading by 3, 13-10. 2:16 to go third quarter. Minnesota with 279 total yards, and they've got good field position here from their own 47-yard line after a 40-yard punt and a fair catch. Drake Lindsey with Darius Taylor. Taylor approaching 100 yards. He's at 87 rushing yards. If and when he gets 100, it'd be his 10th career 100-yard rushing game. Lanier and Loya into the game, wide left. Here's Walsh in motion at the tight end spot. Straight drop by Lindsey. Pressure comes, fought from the pocket. He throws across his body, and it's dropped by Gears again. That would have been a 15-yard gain, and Jamison has had a rough night. Back-to-back drops. He does have a touchdown, so an up-and-down night maybe is a better way to have it. But
he has the most receptions. That was a very catch. Well, I asked him back on his hip. I understand that one was a catch. Wiggs tried to run before he caught the ball, got a little bit excited, and actually thought Drake did a good job of moving up in the pocket and kind of pulling the defense off him. So hopefully we can make up for it.
He's got 8 targets tonight, 4 catches, and at least 2 drops, maybe a third, depending on how they rule it. Here's the handoff to Taylor trying to find the corner. They string it out, but yet he does a nice job of bouncing forward. The ball popped out. Buffalo scooped it, but the official says he was down. Taylor is slow to get up. He may have landed on the football.
On his shoulder.
They strung that play out, and Taylor's going to come out, and Cam is coming in. Yeah, I think he was down. Cam Davis in, and it's third down again. So you got a drop and then a play. Taylor was lucky to get the 4 he got out of that. And let's see what the Gophers want to do here on 3rd and 6 from just the other side of midfield, the Buffalo 49. See if they blitz. They do. It's picked up. Lindsey fires. This time it's caught. That's Jalen Smith and a first down inside the 40, all the way to the 35 and down to the 34. A late flag comes out. Greer on the stop order. Is that that's a towel? Yeah, that's a Jalen Smith towel that fell off.
Jim did a great job of sitting down in that little pocket right there, then turning north and south immediately to pick up some extra yards. Very nice route.
Good protection and blitz pickup, too.
Yeah, it was. Very nice.
So they extend the drive on a third down. That was a key third down play. 16-yard pickup. The PA announcer, Jamie Berrugi, thought what I thought. We thought that was a flag. So he announced that there was a flag on the play, and everyone's looking around waiting for the announcement. And we think it was a towel from Jalen Smith, or maybe a flag had fallen out of the pocket of a ref. But there is no penalty. In motion is the tight end, Bibber. Lindsay to throw. This time pressure comes, escapes the pocket, and now he stumbles forward and got across the line of scrimmage and picked up 2, maybe 3. So a good job to step up, avoid a sack, and then eventually got some positive yards out of him.
Yeah, that was a nice play there. Good coverage by Buffalo on that play. Didn't give much of an opportunity and a few breakdowns up front, but Drake doing a good job of not taking the sack.
That's likely the final play with just 6 seconds left in the quarter, I beg your pardon, and we'll have the fourth quarter coming up. Hey, which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic program for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at directorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. We played 3 quarters of football in Minneapolis. It's a tight one. Gophers by 3, 13-10. Fourth quarter on the way. Let's go to Tanner Hoops in Scoreboard Central.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Plenty of tight games involving Big Ten teams tonight. Rutgers got a field goal in the fourth quarter. That was the only fourth quarter score. They beat Ohio 34-31. New games in progress involving Big Ten teams. A low-scoring game at Camp Randall. Wisconsin's put the only points on the board thus far.
Lions are down. Bertrams will hold. Snap is clean. Ball down. Kick is away. It is in the air, and it is good. It goes from 42 yards away for the first points of the season. Badgers first on the board here tonight.
And that's it. 3-0 Badgers over Miami, Ohio. That game is at the half. Nebraska trailed 3-0 after one quarter. They have scored 13 unanswered. They lead Cincinnati 13-3. That game is at halftime. Elsewhere, top 25 upset South Florida 34-7 over number 25 Boise State. Other finals, Bowling Green 26-7 over Lafayette. Wyoming 10-0 they blank Akron. North Carolina State 24-17 over East Carolina. Delaware 35-17 over Delaware State. This game was close, but Duke pulls away late, and they blow out Elon 45-17. All those games are finals. Other games in progress, no score. Jacksonville State and Central Florida early in quarter number 3. 17-0 Louisiana Monroe on top of St. Francis with 4:27 to go in the third quarter there. This one just went final. Oklahoma State 27-7 over Tennessee Martin. All Missouri tonight, and I tell you what, doing anything they want against Central Arkansas.
Zollers with an empty backfield. Alubide comes in motion now, bunched to the right side with 3 others. Pitch it out to Alubide at the 16, to the 10, angling right, cuts back left inside the 5, brought down at the 3-yard line, just shy of the 2. It'll be first and goal. Donovan Alubide out of Chicago.
I tell you what, it's all Mizzou tonight, 61-0. They lead Central Arkansas with less than a minute to go in regulation of that one. Houston up 27-0 on Stephen F. Austin, 13-12 to go in the fourth quarter there. Crosstown WNBA action, Seattle comes to town, and they beat the Lynx 93-79, the Lynx Bowl to 30-8. And women's soccer, the Golden Gophers pick up a 4-3 victory earlier today over Marquette. Kate Child scores the winner in the 86th minute to lift the Golden Gophers to an afternoon victory over the Golden Eagles. 3 quarters in the books here. Minnesota on top of Buffalo 13-10. Going to be a fun fourth quarter, Mike.
Yeah, it should be. Minnesota up 3 and having pretty good field position at the 31-yard line and ready to go here for quarter number 4. The tradition started back in 2012, Daryl, with the Do the Gopher dance, between the third and fourth quarter. Many of the students have now gone. It was great and full at first, but it's getting, time for them to probably head where they want to get. I didn't see you doing the Gopher, though.
I'm working on my moves, man. I got to look that move up on YouTube. Maybe we can work on that, Mike, for the next game.
I will not. I do the cha-cha like a sissy girl.
Well, I don't doubt that a bit.
No dancing for me. 2nd and 8 here for the Golden Gophers. I want to see you do the Gopher next game.
I want to work on that this week. Yeah.
Gophers up 3 and the ball from the 31. Got to get points. You'd love a touchdown here, DT.
Absolutely would love a touchdown. Put a little bit of distance in between us. Let that defense rest over the sideline. Although they did do a good job. Looks like Coy's in the game.
So Coy Parrish and Logan Loya, the receivers. Parrish wide to the right. Slotted left is Loya along with Brockington. Wide side for Parrish, and he is in single coverage over there with Keontae Bradley, the Arizona State transfer. And a lot of green space with just 2 guys out there. We'll see if they head that way on 2nd and 7. Running back is Taylor. First play of the fourth quarter. Loya goes in motion, brings a defender over with him, Toyd Parrish. And again, Drake wants to throw. Plenty of time. Fires underneath to Taylor. Takes a hard hit up high. Breaks out of that tackle, though. Spinning left and dives forward close to the first down. Let's see where the spot is on that far sideline. And they will give him first down yardage. What a catch. And then an even better run. He broke 2 tackles. He got hit twice and broke out of both of them.
Never say he got it, just not going down on that play. It looked like it was. That's one of the things, probably not one of the things, that might be his most beneficial skill, his ability to catch the ball out in space, make plays like that, break tackles, and pick up first downs. 10 yards there when it literally should have been about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
First down for the Gophers from the 24. We're in the 4th. Big possession here. Lindsey under center. 14:20 to go in the contest, and the Gophers leading 13-10. Lindsey, a handoff to Taylor, right side, has a seam and just follows that zone blocking inside the 20, and the pile moves him to the 16-yard line. Good job by the Gophers' front 5. Red Murdoch on the stop, but a gain, Darryl, of 7.
Well, and that's what we were talking about. They're going to start to wear down that Buffalo front, and it looks like on that play, they might have rolled, they rolled them out of there, being able to pick up 7 yards on first down.
98 rushing yards for Taylor. Hopefully, if he gets it here, he can get over 100 for the 10th time of his Minnesota career. Under center, Lindsey. Handoff again, Taylor, trying the left side, waiting patiently, and he got close to the first down. He did get the first down. He did get his 100-yard mark, a gain of 4, and he's tackled at about the 12-yard line. Good job by Taylor. That patience, you forget about it year to year, and then you watch it again, and he's one of the better ones I've seen in just how he waits, and then once he strikes, he strikes.
It is, and I'm really glad that he's all right. It looked like he was laid down for a while. I was thinking it might have been his shoulder or his arm or something like that, but him being back in the game that last couple plays, he's out now just to catch a little bit of a breather because he's carried the ball a lot, but it's good to see him in one piece.
Cam Davis now the running back. 1st and 10 from the 12. Bibber the tight end in motion. Double tights here, 12 personnel. Handoff to Davis. Stutter steps and barrels forward for a couple to the 10. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Host of Buffalo Bulls there, including Savion Brown. Clock winding, 12:45, and the Gophers leading by 3.
This is nice field position. You got to like the receiving core, and I think we've had some receivers step up so far in this game. But interesting to see what Greg Harbaugh calls or gets dialed up here as we're pretty deep into the red zone.
5th trip to the red zone. They're 3 for 4. Remember, they had the sneak that didn't work. 2 field goals and a touchdown. They'd love to get a touchdown here. 9 to snap for Lindsey and the Gophers on 2nd and 8 from the 10. Taylor back in, and he's got the handoff. Working left, and he's brought right down after a gain of about 1 to the 7. George Wallow on the stop. He was injured last year. He was a starter from 2020 to 2023, back into the starting lineup this year, and now a key 3rd and 4. And depending on what you get here on 3rd and 4, this could be 4-down territory, right? You're up 3, you go up 6, touchdown still beats you. You'd really love 7 here.
Yeah, you really would love 7 here. So hopefully there's something that's a little bit more creative. We'll see what Greg Harbaugh decides to call.
And they can get a first without a touchdown. The line to gain is the 2. To throw, Lindsey looking, comes off his first target, now fires to the back of the end zone. Caught, is he in? Let's see, no, he's out. He caught it, but Jalen Smith couldn't drag the toe, and apparently out of bounds. It looked like some indecision on the call, and he may have gotten talked into it. Let's look. Nope, he's out on the replay. Easy call from that angle. We were so far away from it, and now they're going to have to send the field goal unit on.
Yeah, I think they are. Just wish you could have maybe led them just a little bit more towards that pylon and not as deep as it was, but still a great throw and catch.
This will be a short one, 25 yards with 11:34 to go. Snap back, spot down. The kick is up, and he barely got it in low, kind of a knuckleball, but it goes through, so the Gophers do get the 3, and that's another $250 to the Golden Gopher Fund from our friends at Old Dutch, proudly donating that money. Old Dutch also proud to be a longtime supporter of the Golden Gophers and the University of Minnesota. Old Dutch Foods, alumni-owned, Minnesota-made, quality snacks since 1934. 11-play drive, 46 yards, had to settle for a field goal for the 3rd time. 5:45 off the clock. And that is the drive summary, sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives all season, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. Gophers by 6, 16-10, 11:31 to go in the ball game. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Gophers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pre-game routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Gopher Pride, powered locally.
The human heart. It doesn't take days off, or hours, minutes, or seconds for that matter. It just keeps beating in steadfast, unrelenting service to each of us. So when your heart needs medical care, doesn't it deserve the most advanced treatments available, delivered by nationally recognized physicians and surgeons? Show your heart some love. Take it to mHealth Fairview. Visit mhealthfairview.org/heartcare to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage, and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Prairie Farms award-winning cottage cheese just got better. Introducing the Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cup. Now you can enjoy all the great taste and health benefits of Prairie Farms cottage cheese in a perfectly portioned cup. Packed with 12 grams of protein, low fat, and under 100 calories. Enjoy them for lunch, snack time, or as part of your favorite dishes. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for cottage cheese recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
Well, Gophers get points again. They've had to settle for 3 field goals in the red zone. 16-10 they lead. The kick by Denneberg sails into the end zone for a touchback. Darius Taylor, though, 22 touches, 19 carries on the ground for 105 yards, and he's got 3 catches, does Darius Taylor, that is, for 29 yards. JG, you've got more from the Stephen Carey sideline.
And getting him recharged for the rest of the fourth quarter is probably the A topic down here. You mentioned that he basically carried him all the way down into the red zone, had the first down carry, went out for a play. PJ gave him a break, turned around as he was trying to catch his breath. PJ's basically like, you good? Get back out there. Yeah, and that's why he went back out.
Roberson to throw on first down. Delayed blitz comes, throw down the near sideline, and it is good defense there by Zaquan Bryant. It hit him on the back. Intended target was Gathings, who's had a nice night. Delayed blitz comes from the, no, that wasn't a blitz. I'm sorry. That was just kind of a stunt with Carter Menz. Still got to get used to number 11 being a D lineman, not a defensive back like Antoine Winfield or someone like that. So it was just an end rush there. He came late and nearly got to the quarterback. 2nd and 10. Double running backs flanking both sides. Here's a quick pitch on the far side, off the hands, catchable, but dropped by Snow between Nestor and Aiden Gooseby. And just like that, it's 3rd and 10 for the Bulls.
Well, that's kind of what you're hoping for, getting Robeson sped up again, and he didn't get his feet set, threw that ball a little bit high. Yeah, the Snow could have caught that ball, but when it's high and away from you, and Snow's not very tall, he can't go up and catch that ball. Puts us in an ideal position here with 3rd down and 10. Need to keep the pressure on Robeson.
Buffalo's 1 for 9. Let's see what Danny Collins dials up here. Does he bring the heat here? Garrison Monroe is in at the nickel slot now at the safety spot. Carmo is in. He comes on a blitz. The pressure comes, hit. The ball flutters high into the air, and it is nearly intercepted and nearly caught. It's incomplete, as there was a Buffalo Bull out there and a Golden Gopher trying to find that wounded duck. Garrison Monroe got his arm on the quarterback as he threw the ball, and it finally fell to the deck. But a scary moment for a minute, because we thought it might have been caught by Buffalo, almost intercepted. And it was Monroe on the coverage that knocked it down, not on the pass rush. And it'll be Coy Parrish waiting his turn. Guardsy said he's getting antsy. Let's see if this is the chance he's got. With the wind, Drennan stands from his own 11. And a high spiraling punt. He may outkick his coverage here. This is going to be a shot for Parrish. Backpedaling at the 11. Puts on one move, makes a man miss to the 25, finds a seam, and he dances all the way to the 32-yard line. And that was just what the doctor ordered. Not a touchdown, not a 40-yarder, but a nice return of 20 yards on a 63-yard punt. There is a flag on the play, though, on the far sideline, so let's check out what the marker is here. If it's on Buffalo, you would think Minnesota would decline or tack it on if it's allowable, depending on the foul. And you'd get it at the 30, or depending on the penalty, move it up. But we'll see. Long discussion here. Buffalo with 3 penalties, Minnesota just 2 tonight.
During the kick, holding, offense number 10. A 10-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down, Minnesota.
Yeah, so that will push Minnesota out to the 40. Really good field position. So let's take a break. Gophers by 6 with the ball from their own 40. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
A DWI will cost you about $10,000 and possibly so much more. That's a sobering reality. Drive sober. Drive smart.
Extra enforcement now on Minnesota roads. A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Minnesota's family corn farmers are committed to doing right by their land, families, and communities. Each year, corn farmers invest in research and technologies that increase on-farm productivity and efficiency. They develop markets and biopolymers to reduce emissions and boost rural economies. And they support scholarships and educational opportunities for the next generation of farmers. Minnesota corn farmers, creating opportunities for the future of agriculture. Learn more at mncorn.org.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
The University of Minnesota is excited to celebrate the 13th annual Celebrate Ag and Food Day when the Gophers host Rutgers on September 27th. During the day, the University of Minnesota College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences and the Gophers will celebrate tireless efforts in the agriculture industry. The Gophers would like to thank the following participating sponsors: Ag Country Farm Credit, Minnesota Biofuels Association, Minnesota Corn Growers Association, Minnesota Pork Board, and the University of Minnesota's College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences for their continued support.
Golden Gopher football is back on Saturday, September 6th for a matchup against Northwestern State. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward.
There it is, yeah. Our affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn. Minnesota family corn farmers are proud to invest in research and programs that create opportunities for the state's agricultural economy. Learn more at mncorn.com. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. Lindsey on the roll. He's got a man all alone. Smith, 30, 20, 10, touchdown. 60 yards, and the Gophers advance the lead to 13.
Great job of Drake Lindsey stepping up in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield to find his receiver wide open gets a boundary to get in the end zone. Just a great job all the way around, but particularly by Drake getting keeping his eyes upfield as he was scrambling. So he could have ran for 20 or 30 yards.
Yeah, what a play. And that's kind of the quick change, right? You force the punt, you get a return, you get the penalty, and let's just try to strike. And Jalen Smith's the big play guy we saw in fall camp.
Yeah.
Had some near misses so far tonight, and that was an absolute
untouched touchdown, and the extra point kick is up and good, and it is now a 13-point lead. I jumped the gun on 13, assuming the extra point would be good, and it was. So the Golden Gophers now get another touchdown. 2 TDs now for Drake Lindsay, 18 of 34, 282. One play, 60 yards, and it took 9 seconds, and a big play strike. And that is our Old Dominion Best in Game, sponsored by Old Dominion Freight Line, working hard to be the best in the game and proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. 23-10, Golden Gophers, 10:52 to go. Our drive summary sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives all season long, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. Drive summary, we mentioned it, one play, 60 yards, 9 seconds. And Jalen Smith, that fall camp work has paid off, and what an improvement. Sometimes you redshirt and you learn, and you blossom, and this guy is budding into an early impact here.
Well, he had a lot of good people to watch, Jackson and all the others over the course of the last couple of years, but still 2 catches, 76 yards, 1 touchdown, and 60 for the long.
Yeah.
It's a nice night's work.
And then another near touchdown on the 1 foot that was 6 inches out of bounds, and then he had the bobble on what would have been a nice first down in the first half. So he's had an impact here, and the kick into the end zone by Denneberg, a touchback, and the Gophers defense will head out leading by 13. So you take a deep breath here, but the defense needs to keep charging, DT. You want to put the foot on the throat here, up 13.
No, absolutely. And I think you want to just continue to put that pressure on Robeson because he's starting to almost throw a couple balls to us. I think we'll get that one opportunity here, and that might be the pick that one of our secondary people needs to hopefully break the spirit of this Buffalo Bulls team.
Longest pass play since 2022, Daniel Jackson and Tanner Morgan. This one goes for 60. 1st and 10, Roberson and Henderson in the backfield. Roberson wants to throw. Looking left, lost one left, and the closest man there was Parrish. PJ Fleck was hopping because he saw what I saw. He was dialed in to try to get it, but it just was overshooting everybody and incomplete. But Parrish had a read on it and a beat on it, and PJ was hopping. He was ready to celebrate, as was I.
Great job of reading the route right there for Coy to be there. I mean, it was actually good coverage and kind of a poor throw right there, but Coy almost had an opportunity for an interception there.
Gophers have not forced a turnover. They're due. They might get one right here. Henderson, the running back, next to the quarterback, Roberson. 23-10, Minnesota the lead. 4th quarter, 10:47 to go. Carmo in at linebacker, or really the rush-in spot. And it is a handoff and a nice little gainer by Henderson across the 30 to the 31 on 2nd and 10, a gain of 6. Baranowski got a hand on him to get credited with a tackle. 3rd down and 4 here for the Bulls, trailing by 13.
To see what Danny Collins dials up here if he tries to put a little bit of pressure on this, see if he can make Robeson throw a ball to us.
They're 1 of 10 on 3rd down. 10-20 and counting. It is a keeper by Roberson. They're trying to string it out, and they do. They drag him down. A tackle for a loss at the 29. He'll lose 3, and it's 4th and 6. What a job there by Minnesota. Baranowski was the first man there. Kingsbury there as well as he helped him. And now a stoppage of play. The clock stops.
Well, and this is what Danny Collins talked about in the press conference last week. You talk about your how. This is hustling to get to the ball because Robeson had an opportunity there, but the rest of the defense just made it where you could not do anything, and got Maverick Baranowski with 10 tackles so far today. Great play.
Including the big one there to help string it out. So the announcement was there was an injured player, so they stopped the clock, reset the play clock, and 10 minutes exactly, and Parrish now waiting at his own 24-yard line. The punter, Drennan, stands at his own 15. This one's a short, wobbly punt, fair catch called, and at the 26-yard line, Coy Parrish hauls it in, and Minnesota up by 13 will get the football back. 385 yards now for Minnesota in this one, and they're going to try to tack onto that and tack on to what is now a 13-point lead, 9:46 to play. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Take a playcation to Mystic Lake. With 24/7 gaming, the good times never have to end. And you can satisfy your cravings at our restaurants and bars. Or relax in one of our luxurious hotel rooms. Those that play together, stay together. And And don't forget to join Club M so you can spark new memories and bask in the rewards along the way. Follow the lights to Mystic Lake, where every day is play day.
Labor Day's no time to be running all over town. One trip to Cub and you're set for the long weekend. Brats? Got 'em. Sweet corn? You betcha. Chips, dips, buns, and pop? Oh yeah. And the deals? You'll find them all over the store. Like Cub 80% lean ground beef. On sale for just $3.99 a pound with MyCub Rewards. So grab what you need, kick back, and call it Labor Less Day. Cub, your one-stop shop. See store for details.
Today's game is brought to you by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Some things are easier said than done, like packing your carry-on and getting everything to fit. Whew. Other things are easier done than said, like getting $350 cash back when you open a new TrueStone checking account, so you can bag back some cash back to stash in your backpack. Hard to say, but easy to do, because our digital switch kit makes setting up your new TrueStone checking account practically effortless. Easy and $350? It's true, because we're TrueStone. Open by December 31st, and within 60 days, set up a $5,000 direct deposit in e-statements. Membership required.
Gopher fans, get your Chick-fil-A app ready to open for a free item on Friday. During today's Gopher football game, one lucky fan will attempt a field goal in Chick-fil-A's Kickin' for Chicken Challenge. Whether or not the kick is good, everyone wins. Open your Chick-fil-A app tomorrow to redeem your free item at your local Twin Cities or St. Cloud Chick-fil-A location. No purchase necessary. So cheer loud and don't forget to check your Chick-fil-A app on Friday. Make the kick or miss the kick. Either way, you're a winner in the Chick-fil-A app.
Minnesota 23, Buffalo 10. 9:46 to go in the football game. Gophers with decent field position here, officially now the 27-yard line. Stephen Carey sponsors Justin Guard all season long on the sidelines, and JG has an update.
Yeah, Maverick Baranowski made the tackle on that last third down. He was also the injured player that you may have heard Grimmer talk about, the officials talking about. He's in the injury tent right now, and Dave Jewison is in there with him among the doctors. He's typically the one that kind of worries about the concussion stuff and goes through the protocol with all of that. So probably too early to speculate, but it kind of looked like what they were going through out here.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. JG has the field level view, and we'll see what happens along those lines. Gophers do have some depth at linebacker, and up by 13 now. If they can tack on here, maybe either way, you might put him on ice at this point. Under center is Drake Lindsay, 283 passing yards, 18 of 34. Hand off to Taylor, and a stutter step move left, and he burrows his way for a couple to the 29. And a host of Buffalo Bulls there on the stop, led by Jalen McNair, the strong safety, 60-year player. Second down and 8, and PJ certainly will not want to get too quick here. Taylor now is injured as he comes off the field, takes himself out as he's kind of holding his right hip, and now he tumbles to the ground as he got to the sideline. Davis comes into the game, so we'll keep an eye on that. Taylor has 20 carries tonight. That's usually, 20 to 25 is, I think, the target they'd like to get him. So with 9 minutes to go, that's not totally out of line here, but it can become a factor if you want to move the sticks here, as he is a good chain mover. Here's a handoff to Davis, waiting patiently, and the line moves him forward across the 30 to the 32, maybe the 33 by the time it's all said and done. Good job there. Gain of 4. George Wallow on the stop, 60-year player out of Columbia, Maryland. And it's third down. Clock winding, 8:40 to play, and Minnesota leading by 13. A.J. Turner now comes in, and Cam Davis will come out with this rotating group of running backs.
Yeah, it's been good to see A.J. Turner. We haven't seen a whole lot from him yet this season, so it'll be kind of fun to see what he can do as well.
Big play here on third down. Gophers are 5 of 11 on third down. Jalen Smith, who had the touchdown, is in the game near side. And in motion goes a tight end, Bibber. Here's a toss sweep left to Turner, trying to find the seam, spinning forward, and he stayed on his feet enough for the first down. And a nice job there by A.J. Turner, the Marshall transfer. He needed 4, and he got about 4.5. Good job.
Yeah, it was, because it looked like it was blocked for about 2.5. And that's at the end of that run, they do what running backs call it, getting small. Get small, don't give him very much space to hit, just shoulder pads and forearm. He got small, was able to pick up a couple extra yards, and looks like Darius is back in the game.
He sure is. That's good news. He has 20 carries and 107 yards, averaging 5.4 yards a carry. Turner has that burner speed. He had some long runs last year, led the country. He didn't officially qualify because he only had 104 carries, but led the country at 8.3 yards a carry. Here's the handoff to Taylor. Waiting, gets behind those big guys on the left side, Nathan Roy and company, and gets about 3 out to the 40. Greer and Murdoch combine on the stop. 7:20 and counting. Minnesota by 13, willing to milk as much time as they can here with a double-digit lead on Buffalo.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, and I was talking to Justin a little bit off air about this, if it's just the conditioning. A lot of times in that first game, and so you can run all the hills and all those things, but you get the pads on in the first game, and the hits and the physicality of it just kind of gets to you, and you're almost hyperventilating. It just takes more energy during the game because you just play harder. It takes a while to get that your game conditioning working.
Guy who might be tired is Murdoch. 13 tackles for the Bulls tonight. Hand off Taylor right side, and he again funnels his way out near the 45-yard line. Good seam there by the offensive line. It'll bring up third and short. McNair on the stop. Taking of Murdoch's 13 tackles. Last year we mentioned it, 156 tackles. Second in the NCAA. So a key third down, clock winding, 6.5 minutes to go, and the Gophers would love to advance a first down here on third, and we'll call it a long 2. Taylor, the back of the backfield out of a pistol set. He's to the left of the quarterback. That's the wide side of the field. In motion is Gears. 2 tight ends that side, plus a receiver left, bunched. Snap to Lindsey. Handoff Taylor. Steps out of 1 tackle, funnels forward, and he's got the first down. Good job. Needed 2 and maybe a foot, and he got 2 and maybe 2 feet, but got exactly what he needed.
Well, I think we're getting what you want out of this drive, too, as well, Mike. They want to have a long drive. They want to eat up clock and, get out of here with everybody healthy. So it's obvious to go on this drive, eat some clock, and score.
5:40 and counting, and now I think Darius is going to get a breather. PJ got him out of there, and Cam Davis is back in. That first down, I think they like that first down, obviously, because you can milk another 2 minutes or so off this thing with a 13-point lead, even if you don't get another first here. Buffalo will start thinking about timeouts. Here is Cam Davis. Good little cutback move that time, and he got into Buffalo territory on a pickup of 4 to the 48. Cam Davis, the Washington transfer, as we mentioned in 2022, had a big year. 2023 blew out his knee, and then last year just kind of trying to recover. And that Washington team was a playoff team, remember? So he was part of those really good teams. Great kid, and Minnesota here lucky to have him. And as they always say, a pair and a spare.
Well, we need as many as possible, and we see that at every level, but in particular here. But hopefully he can get comfortable, get his feet back underneath him. He looks quick and explosive. I know he's a burner as well.
They've liked him here in fall camp, and now this is 6 straight runs, 7 straight runs, and now 8 straight runs as Davis has it, tries to cut back. Good job that time plugging the hole, and a gain of 2, and now Buffalo will start using their timeouts at 4:30. Minnesota by 13, and it'll bring up a key third and about 5 here for the Golden Gophers. We'll keep it here. 30-second timeout gives us a chance to tell you about the Varsity Network app. If you're on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, well, download this free app. It's the Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app. Sometimes DT on the drive home from these games, not tonight, obviously, but you can click on almost all the Big Ten schools. Any Learfield property it's free. It's free. You can go in, listen to whoever you want. Iowa, Wisconsin, any of the others that are Learfield properties.
Sports as
over
well.
100 that do it, and the other sports as well, coaches shows, daily updates, all that stuff. Anyway, download it. It's really cool, and it's fun. They also have, we'll talk about it as we always do, preview it in the post-game show on Saturdays. They have what is, in essence, kind of the Blitz, college football Blitz, which is kind of a on-radio red zone. Any top 25 team that gets into the red zone that they carry, they'll call up that drive, and you get the points. All right, here's a key play, 3rd and 5, 4.5 minutes to go. First down here, you'd feel real good about being able to salt this one away. Taylor is back into the game, sitting on 117 rushing yards.
See if they want to keep it on the ground here. Down to 5 to snap for Minnesota. Lindsey with the ball just to the inside of the right hash. Gets the snap. He wants to throw. Waits. Plenty of time. Underneath. Caught. A touchdown. First down. How about that? It's a first down. This is first night. You know, everyone has to mess it up at some point. Not a touchdown, but it is a first down at the 39-yard line. And Murdoch with tackle number 14. Taylor sneaked right in the middle, out of the backfield, and a little dump off right over the middle.
Well, just like a delayed release out there. He does such a nice job of catching the ball, and we saw it last year with Brosner, and now we're seeing it here with Drake. They feel very, very comfortable getting him the ball out in space, and he has great hands.
Gophers with a 1st and 10, willing to wind the clock. Buffalo with 2 timeouts remaining, 3:50 and ticking, and a 23-10, 13-point lead. Taylor now the workhorse, staying in the game. Under center is Lindsey, and it's Taylor again. Waiting, takes on a couple of hits, and has a gain of about 3 to the 36-yard line. He ends up coming out of the stack a little further downfield, but he had already been down, and now Buffalo takes its 2nd timeout. You can listen to all things college sports as well, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. 29 touches now for DT. That's the new DT. Our favorite DT is our DT, but we love the new DT as well.
New and improved.
Darius Taylor.
Younger, fresher.
29 touches tonight, 156 yards.
He's earned it. He's earned it tonight.
And he will, you know, it's funny, you and I on Fridays of road games, we come in and we watch the team practice, and then we get on the bus to fly with the team. And after we eat, and we get to those massage chairs outside the training room. And when we walk by, we see those guys, and there's the hot tubs, the cold tubs, and you always just salivate about that, thinking about back when you played and none of that stuff. So I wonder, what do you think?
Some of it.
Well, not like they've got now.
No.
And I wonder what Darius Taylor's day will be like tomorrow after.
He'll be doing some contrast, some red light therapy, and I don't know, whatever, cryotherapy, whatever they got. He'll be in there.
I don't know. Should I have told people we get in those massage chairs? They might kick us out next Friday. I hope. Or 2 Fridays. 2nd down and 7. Lindsey under center. Taylor staying in the game. He's at 120 rushing yards. Now they're checking to a different play with 5 to snap. Double tights, 1 each side. And it is a handoff to Taylor. And a good little sidestep of one man. And he angles forward to about the 33-yard line. And Pete Lembo uses his final timeout with 3:31 to go to bring up a 3rd down and 3. Gonzer on the stop for Buffalo. Time to bring you the events calendar, brought to you by M Health Fairview, home to the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities and 2 others in the top 10, according to U.S. News and World Report. For top-tier care, visit mhealthfairview.org. Volleyball plays host at Cal Poly tomorrow. Ball State St. Thomas also on the docket this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the tournament. Men's and women's cross country, the Oz Memorial tomorrow. We heard Sarah Hopkins at halftime talk about that. And then this week, the hockey schedule was released. Check that out, the men's hockey schedule at gophersports.com. Some fun games, certainly, and now we know when all the games will be. Gophers had some good news on the recruiting trail in men's hockey the last couple of weeks. Gophers on this drive, 3 of 3 on 3rd down. Buffalo tonight, 1 of 11. Both teams have limited turnovers, just 1 for Minnesota on that weird off-the-ankle interception. Get the first down here, and it's just about over. Hand off to Taylor, lowers his shoulder, and has the first down to the 27-yard line. And without timeouts, you can get into this long run. They do have the 2-minute warning timeout at the 2-minute mark, but this should make you feel pretty good about this. Taylor now with 129 rushing yards on 26 carries. Three minutes and counting here. Minnesota will run all of the shot clock here, so to speak, the play clock.
I'm combining your sports there a little bit, Mike.
I like to call it the shot clock every now and then.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Call it the ticker, the play clock, whatever. They get the snap off right at 1. Good job by Lindsey. Hand off to Taylor. Good move. And a nice gain to the 22-yard line. A pickup of about 6. and that should run it down to the 2-minute warning, which will take us to our final break.
Really nice run there by Darius. Might seem like not a big deal, but he does a nice job of getting close. What they call it, pressing the line of scrimmage on the right. Then he cuts back to the left, makes those linebackers commit, makes it difficult for them to scrape back and tackle him. It's a very nice job.
135 rushing yards now for him. Minnesota at 437 total yards. The line, in season openers, the line, that communication and with blitzes and not sure what's going on sometimes for every team.
Yeah.
I thought the line at times, they had a couple of botches, but man, I think Roy and Ray on the outside, Marshall, Johnson, Beers in the middle, particularly this drive, they've been the Minnesota moving company, as some like to say.
I think they've just improved. There's nothing like what they can do in practice that get better.
No doubt. All right, let's take the 2-minute break here. When we come back, we'll have more Gopher football. They lead it by 13, and it'll be a 2nd down and 4 when we come back. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
A happier way to healthcare starts with Coop Health, a proud sponsor of Gopher football. Coop is a health plan with no deductibles or complicated paperwork. Members can easily search for high-quality, low-cost providers and look up the price of medical services ahead of time. Members also receive 1 monthly statement with flexible payment options. Ready to switch gears? Visit coophealth.com for more information on how you can take control of your healthcare journey.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
This is Mike Grimm. Are you in need of high-quality concrete for your project? Then look no further than AVR, your trusted concrete supplier. Whether it's a new driveway, a patio, or a parking lot, AVR has you covered. With the iconic red and white trucks delivering top product across the entire metro area. Visit avrconcrete.com. AVR, quality and service delivered. AVR, a McNamara company, and a proud sponsor of Golden Gopher football.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Hey, Twin Cities, is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
23-10, Golden Gophers with the lead. Tanner Hoops and Scoreboard Central, a quick update.
Yeah, it took about 38 minutes of gameplay, but we finally have a touchdown at Camp Randall. Wisconsin able to build a 10-0 lead midway or late now in quarter number 3. About 4 minutes left in that one.
All right, we'll get probably not a final yet by the time we sign off tonight, but Tanner will have scores in the postgame show. 2nd and 4 here. One more first down would certainly do it. Drake Lindsey, big night, 290 passing yards, 4th most of any Gopher starter in his first start. Tanner Morgan had 302 in 2018. The record, Tim Shady in 93, 475. 93, was that the Jim Wacker air raid offense?
It probably was, 93, but one of his early years.
So it's 3rd down, quick 1-yard pickup there as they're stacking the box, but time continuing to wind down, 1:30 and ticking here for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They can snap this with about 1:14 or so left, and it's probably 4-down territory. I don't think if they miss here that they try a field goal, although that takes it beyond a 14-point lead. You need a couple of touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Doesn't matter because Darius Taylor, I think, just got the first down. He got pushed backwards, but I think progress is going to give him the first down. He needed 2. He got 2. Let's see. The fact that they're bringing it all the way out to the hash indicates I think they feel pretty good that they won't even measure. Oh, they say 4th. They say he's short. So now you just let this clock grind down to about 20 seconds and then sneak for a first and shake hands, right?
That'd be ideal. Yeah. Clock's your friend right now.
But I'm surprised they're not measuring that. The spot of that ball is, the nose of the ball is inside the 18, and it looks like the stick is right on the 18.
But nobody's debating it down there. That's what makes me feel like it. He did not get that first down. The coaches, the players, no one's...
PJ will take a timeout here with 25 seconds left, and they'll talk over what they want to do here on 4th down. Yeah, the stick is just inside the 18. The ball just at the nose on the 18 as we see it a little bit better angle from TV compared to us. So it's about, well, certainly less than half a yard here. So you just got to get a big push from your center, get the first down, and
wrap it up.
Shake hands. We'll hear from Drake Lindsay, by the way, in the post-game show. Stick around for that. We'll have Tanner Hoops on scores. PJ Fleck will chat with JG from the coach's office after the game downstairs as well. And it's always nice to be 1-0 after week 1, DT.
It absolutely is. Most important week to be 1-0.
Yes,
championship week.
Championship week, 1-0. Right. Each week is a championship week. Next week for Minnesota, Northwestern State on Saturday. That's a week from Saturday, of course. 11 a.m. JG and the rest of the gang at 9 a.m. with the pregame show. St. Francis will be Buffalo's next opponent. Same day. They'll kick off at 2:30. So out of the pistol here, not the quarterback sneak set. Thought we might see the push here, the Philly shove or whatever they call it. Instead, it's a straight snap to Lindsay and then a handoff. And Taylor's got the first down, and there goes PJ to shake hands with Pete Lembo. And PJ still, I don't know what he was talking to the line judge about, but they're in a pretty good fight here. I mean, pretty good verbal chat here. As clock is winding down, no timeouts left, the game's over. Now PJ just leaves the line judge, and he's going to go talk and shake hands with Pete Lembo, and the clock has now hit 000. The final score, Golden Gophers get the win, 23-10. And Drake Lindsay with 290 yards passing, 19 for 35, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Taylor, 30 carries for 141 and a big night. It's time for our post-game recap, sponsored by True North Family of Companies and Sunbelt Business Advisors. Alumni-owned Sunbelt serves business owners as Minnesota's largest seller of companies. And DT, as we say, it's always great to be 1-0 after week 1. Some ups and downs, some struggles. You had to settle for field goals. Defense, I thought, played well all night. A little fluky interception made this a game, and some others. And next thing you know, you got a double-digit win. You take it and move on.
No, I agree. I mean, I really do think the defense played well. They rallied to the ball, played well. Great showing for Danny Collins and his team. I also feel like offensively, we know Drake Lindsay can be the quarterback, has the tools physically, but today he showed it to me that he has it upstairs, from the neck up, and I think also he did benefit from having Max Brosmer last year, from learning from him, from watching for him, to seeing about ball placement, situational things, and preparation. So great start, and obviously Darius did his thing today. He is a phenomenal running back with well over 100 yards.
And remember, there's still a couple of guys that didn't play. They're still trying to get healthy, and so hopefully this team survived tonight without anything major. It didn't look that way. And again, a few hiccups in the opener, but by and large, pretty good. Defensively, this team gives up 10 points. And remember, that first field goal was pretty much the fluky gift. Outside of that, the first drive of the third quarter was, they allowed that. But otherwise, I thought tip of the cap to the defense tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Maverick Baranowski with 10 tackles and, Devin Williams with 8 tackles. So it just spread out. It was a lot of people that were getting the ball, making plays. And I think we have, there's a lot of growth that goes from the first game and the second game, not only with conditioning and with what you see with your eyes and your trust with the quarterback and everything else. And we'll also see a lot with our receiving core as well. I think we learned, and some people got to play with the lights on today, and they did very well.
Yeah, you get the 60-yard bomb to Jalen Smith and all kinds of good stuff. Let's see. Let's go down to Justin Guard as he is standing by with one of the stars of the game, Drake Lindsay.
Yep, I do have QB1 here. Drake, a long time coming since January for tonight. How'd it feel to be out there as QB1?
Man, it felt great. Very relaxed, very calm. Had a great game plan with Coach Harbaugh. Got to keep stacking and getting better, but great first win overall. Just got to keep getting better.
What was it like kind of going through the ups and and downs of the game offensively. You don't get a fourth down. You have a weird interception here, some drops, but to be resilient and make some big plays in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's a courtesy to Coach Fleck with all he makes us do in practice. It's always up and down, very challenging in practice, and that gets us ready for these games. So very excited to get better with our team and wouldn't want to be with anybody else.
Last thing, take us through kind of the backbreaker. You get the ball back around, midfield, the negative 40, I guess. One play, 9 seconds. Jalen Smith, what'd you see? How'd you do it?
I knew they were bringing pressure. I gave the O-line a watch it call, what we've been talking about. Darius had made a great pickup, stepped up in the pocket, and I just saw Jalen free in their hot coverage. So I just let it go to him, and he did the rest.
First to many, Drake. Congratulations.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
That's quarterback Drake Lindsey, Grimmer.
Yeah, what a night for him on his first start. 19 of 35, 290 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Good work, JG, as Drake Lindsey going to run in and catch the very end of the alma mater being played. I saw Max Brosmer part of that down in there as well. And yes, as part of the alma mater, he can get in there as a former player and a guy who attended school here. Gophers win at 23-10. The post-game show is on the way. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Gopher football has been brought to you by Marsden, proud business partner of Gopher Athletics, and by M Health Fairview. M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital was once again recognized as the top hospital for children in the Twin Cities. Visit mhealthfairviewpeds.org to learn more about our comprehensive compassionate care for kids. Coming up next, the Gopher Post-Game Show, presented by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our Preferred Hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard Minneapolis Downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization, video streams, and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Gopher football has been brought to you by Securian Financial, insurance and retirement solutions for individuals, families, and businesses. And by Minnesota Lottery. Are you game? Just say, I'm in. Welcome to the Gopher Post-Game Show, presented by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. Tackle your next goal with Affinity Plus on your team.
Yes, it's a happy postgame on the season opener because the Golden Gophers are 1-0. 23-10 the final. Welcome to the Affinity Plus postgame show. Life math is complicated. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union makes it easier with local financial